Yeah, it's just it just blows everything out of the water, and I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. And obviously, I've heard good things about Ghost of was it Tsushima? Is that how you pronounce it?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. And I thought, oh wow, if people are saying it's better than Red Dead, I'm like, wow, if that's true, then I'm definitely going to get it, and I'm definitely going to give it a go.
Yeah, it's one of those games you eventually have to play. Like it's on the docket for playing, but it's like, all right, I'll get eventually around to it. So
yeah, it's like I said, once I managed to get enough money to actually get the previous console, I'm like, right, there's a list of games that I want to play.
It's like the bottom is like Cyberpunk. It's like, yeah, it's around there. So.
Oh, Cyberpunk is. I think I've put that into just watch Zach or Cedar play it on a stream.
All right. Okay, let's get going. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Smudcast number 184. This is a double feature because they're both short and they're weird. I don't know what to make of this. I'm a little not with it. I watched them and I was like, I'm not sure what to make of them. They're not. Well, one of them is horrible. One of them is just sort of, why are we focusing on this topic? And the other one is just a pile of crap. So, the first one is from The4thSnake. This is a 71,000 subscriber count YouTuber. And this was done on January 16th, 2019. This has roughly 530,000 views. How Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 10 nails.
I believe so.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat 10, the 36th in the series.
This is how it nails LGBT representation, which I don't care why this is a thing.
No Q. That's
just
it's not very inclusive.
Thing of the past now.
I just don't understand. This is a game where you eviscerate a foe within seconds, and I mean, does their sexuality really matter?
Yeah, you rip people's esophaguses out and whip them to death with it. Yeah. It's like, yay!
I don't think.
How did it make you feel?
Yeah, it's like, did he really want to have sex with her before he chopped her legs off? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It tells more about the person than the game.
Yeah. If you see a severed head rolling on the ground after chopping them up and thinking,
man,
yeah, sexuality. I'm like,
oh no,
Gary, we have to have a talk. Here's a number to a therapist. Talk to him. It's perfectly fine.
And the next video is just a PSA of crap. It's just crap all over. I don't know how to describe the production value, the music, everything about it is just this weird, creepy, crappy thing. So I don't even know.
So you
I don't know why it got selected. I don't know why I put it on the docket. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it.
Some people wanted to see it, so it has
what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
Democracy was a mistake.
Yeah. We've got to start rigging our voting systems so we get good videos.
I have to spend.
Start the Dominion.
I have to spend like weeks researching these things before I put them on the list and decide. Okay, yeah, we can do this. So.
Well, it's not even researching. We just watch 5 seconds of it and go, no, this is insane.
Well, we can't say that about everything. Some of them are pretty good in terms of comedy, but some of them are just like, oh, not again. Politics.
Like yesterday with Hello Greedo.
Oh, that was just
a waste of time. I'm really glad I actually fell asleep early. I missed that. I missed that roll call.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll bring some other people into chat if I just can't take it anymore. But anyway, let's get started. This is a 6.5 minute video. Who apparently is a good YouTuber. He's popular, so And I'm close to getting 500,000 views,
That
so it
means
must be something going on.
Being popular doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It means absolutely nothing.
Huzzah! All right, let's get going.
Nanny, the fourth snake, saying something positive about NetherRealm's writing. Is this a sign of Armageddon? Did Raiden change the timeline again? Very funny, me. Well, a recent comment on my MKX critique by mysterious Tom Jenkins really got me thinking about how NetherRealm handled Kung Jin in MKX. Plus, I was trying to come up with a list of...
Are we going to read that?
Pause that to see what that...
Do you want to read that?
Yeah, because I saw female black ninja or something, and then Ghostbusters.
Okay, let's read this. Sadly, I can't watch all this because I have work, so I will finish it later. But effing thank you for mentioning how Kung Jin is part of who he is, not all of who he is. That is indeed an issue other series have where they try to sell a character based on their race, gender, or sexuality. Female Ghostbusters, Black April O'Neil. What? Black April O'Neil? Really?
Where's that?
Holy.
Okay.
Wow. Why? Or anyway, black lesbian superhero for Black Lightning. Okay, I heard about that. Like, I don't mind diverse characters in the slightest, and I'm glad the LGBT characters are becoming more normal, but it seems to me to be at the cost of their sexuality being the only thing about them. What? These are superheroes. One's a reporter, and the other one is female Ghostbusters, which is trash.
Yeah.
Okay. You also just made me realize that, yeah, effing Mortal Kombat is more progressive than a lot of other shit. Really? They chop people's heads off for fun.
So, yeah.
That's part of being as LGBT. Come on.
I guess.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity decapitator.
Equal decapitation.
You can't be
Are
part of
you
the
gay?
LGBT community without
Can I
chopping
chop your head
off.
off? Yeah, okay. The game that started the ESRB rating does a homosexual character better than some series who are actively trying to be progressive. What? What? How do you compare the two? I don't get it. It's almost like trying to be progressive alone, all else F's with the story and characters. He's on to something. When you
Yeah, I just don't know why Mortal Kombat was the thing that.
Yeah, it's like you put in these stupid characters in there, and it's like it screws with the story. It's like, yes, we know it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's with any other filler crap. You put this person likes horses. It's like we're in a spaceship.
Message
What is
coming
your
in.
point? It's like what are you talking about?
Do horses help the plot? No, then I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
This person has a family. It's like,
Wow.
yeah, okay, we're never gonna die now. So thanks, cheers for that.
Anyway, we read it. So this was his inspiration for making this video. So there you go.
Great start.
Yeah.
Plus, I was trying to come up with a list of things NetherRealm does well that haven't already been undone, like casting or content density, so let's isolate this thing and talk about it, yeah? In case you're somehow not aware, MKX introduced us to Kung Jin, Kung Lao's younger cousin. Jin is gay, though it's not explicitly stated in the game. It's heavily hinted at through dialogue, though, such as...
Quite a handsome Shaolin.
Barking up the wrong tree, sister.
Join the Shaolin.
That's not that. No, that's not. That's not a.
So these are.
If someone says to me that, and I say bark on the wrong tree, but it doesn't mean I'm gay. It just means I'm not interested in you.
Yeah, that can exactly mean that. Especially a character of that type.
Especially in the context of I'm about to pull off your arms. Oh, I'm not attracted to
they're
you.
literally about to. They're about to do combat in a mortal way.
And I don't see how having some quips here and there is gonna characterize them very well. They have 2 seconds to say something, and you're like, okay. Do I care now that he likes cats? Or he has stocks
but it's like
the petroleum industry?
I'm sure that line could easily be repeated in other like fights if you do enough of them.
Yeah.
That it could come round and literally hit with like a guy character.
Here's
It's just you bark.
It could be interpreted in many ways, but it's not that big a form of characterization. It's nothing to be it's special. Like, no, they could be saying any taunting thing.
If he said sorry, darling, I'm gay, they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, you got a point there.
But that'd be so stupid. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm only a homosexual male. I am not attracted to females. You're like, can we get on with trying to kill each other, please?
It's an actual fight, and it's like they sit down with coffee. And he's explaining, like, at the age of 12, my father.
And she
just literally just kills herself.
Men are gorgeous. I love men. I do. We get it.
It'd be like on the airplane, where the main character tells his story, and the people sat next to him kill themselves.
I have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
So here's Roan Harushan. Thank you for the super chat. Black April is from the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. I did not know that. I didn't know there was a new one.
Neither did I. Wow.
Is there a new one? I haven't got a clue. That went underneath my radar.
I mean, I don't really care if there's a white or black April, but if you're changing the race of an iconic character, I mean, okay, sure, new thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. Obviously, so popular that we have no idea it actually happened.
Yeah.
They're doing well.
Visual changes, not a big deal. Tyler Preston, feminists always bished about the costumes female characters wear being impractical while completely ignoring all the guys fighting shirtless. I think there's a slight difference between guys fighting shirtless and girls fighting shirtless. So just on that alone, but yes, there is lots of skin from the men.
Obviously, you've never been to Aberdeen, have you?
No.
Smud.
Yeah.
The women fight shirtless there, and they look like men. So.
Oh. Well, that would be properly represented, so the women can fight like the men, or something.
Bare-breasted baby fighting.
I've never seen women who think they're men compete in male anything. So, I wonder why.
You've definitely never been to Aberdeen. The women are stronger than the men.
Hasn't happened yet. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So he's gay. Okay, great.
Can't. They won't accept.
They care only about what is in your heart, not whom your heart desires.
Now, believe it or not, Mortal Kombat has produced a great example of LGBT representation here. I'll let that sink in for a minute.
The two
you
lines.
See,
okay.
Kung Jin is not a gay character. He is a character who just happens to also be gay. That may seem a little pedantic, but
okay, so that's fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But again, within the context of a whatever you call Mortal Kombat anymore, a storyline where you kill people, who you're mating with or sexually attracted to, I just don't care.
Doesn't have anything to do with the game.
Does he want to start a gay kingdom and he needs a king and he needs maybe that would be part of the plot? You're like, all right, that makes more sense, but I don't think it ever comes to that.
Yeah, this is the problem. When I think we also have to explain what we mean by representation. The word representation now doesn't mean what we want representation to mean. It's like, this isn't representation, this is just, I say normal, I'm putting quotation marks around normal because it's Mortal fucking Kombat. But this is how normal things be. People are gay, but it's not their entire personality. That's not representation, that's just being normal. When it comes to representation, it's like, I'm trying to word it properly so I don't sound like a bigoted fool. It's like, when we say representation, it means it's the over-the-top representation. So it's not really nailing it. It's just they're just doing normal stuff with Mortal Kombat. There's a gay character, okay, but being gay is a full character, okay, that's fine.
And I don't mind that it's very quick little short bursts of conversation or this or that because it doesn't really matter anyway. But to make it a bigger deal than it is just like it doesn't matter. It's like you could have said I own cats. You're like, what?
Yeah. No, he don't dogs because he doesn't like pussy.
Yeah, I don't like German shepherds. Like, whoa, oh my god, it tells me so much about him. It's like, not really.
Yeah. No, it's like, okay, cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Trust me, I'm going with this. Jin's homosexuality is really not all that important in the grand scheme of things. After all, with the fate of the world at stake, who gives a shit how you were born as long as you can pull your weight? It's not used to earn brownie points with the progressive crowd who will praise pretty much any gay minority or female character, even if that character is terribly written. We've all seen black characters or gay characters, and especially female characters, who are defined solely by this arbitrary physical or sexual characteristic. But Jin is different. It's only a small part of his character. It is a part of who he is, not all of who he is.
I don't know much about the characters of Mortal Kombat, but I'm guessing their stories are pretty surface level anyway. There's not much depth. Like I don't know. Does Johnny Cage like anything besides action movies and starring in them? Does he have a family? I think he does. Himself, yeah. I know there's a whole story arc with the latest Mortal Kombat where it's like time traveling and all these the single player mode. Like there's all this content and the cutscenes and this and that, which is fine. I mean, you could tell a story through, I guess, through fighting people. I don't know how that works, but fine, whatever. It's cool. But unless it all comes down to one-on-one combat, then another one-on-one combat, then another one-on-one combat, and I don't see what the backstory of a character really matters. The depth, like why is he fighting?
The thing is, at the end of the day, it's like he could have been straight for the amount of dialogue that's given to his gayness. It means it's nothing.
Yeah, he could have said that I'm a monk. I don't care about pleasures of the flesh or whatever, lady. He's like, or something like that.
Yeah,
like, fine, great.
Yeah, the first line could have been interpreted that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's
barking at the wrong tree. I'm only interested in gazelles or something.
Yeah, I'm a monk. I don't care about these things. Okay. Now I shall kill you with my toes or something.
Yeah.
Now,
With
even though it doesn't
singular
directly
toenail.
define him, one can easily infer that Jin's fear of rejection over his sexuality is a major factor in his standoffish demeanour.
Self-loathing has always been an unfortunate part of your makeup.
He fears that the Shaolin, a group that his family has been a part of for over 500 years, will reject him, which may be based on past experience. Even Edgelord Liu Kang seems to detest him for his orientation.
You never could accept me.
I am aware of your proclivities.
Wow, thanks for the reassurance.
That's fighting talk. That's just you pick two fighters and then they fight and they say horrible things to each other, or whatever.
That's why they're looking into it.
Yeah, it's a lot of implications about his sexuality if that's what we're assuming. So I guess that is what Liu Kang is referring to, but that's good. This is all implying things, and you can interpret it in certain ways, which is good. And it goes to show us the character of Liu Kang, because he's not going to insult him directly. Like, get away from me, you gay man, whatever. I'm going to beat your gay ass to the ground. Shazah, he's not going to do stupid shit like that. He's going to be a little bit more
Listen,
respectful.
you bundle of sticks. I'm about to beat you to death with a bundle of sticks. But yeah, in those fights. Now, what's the context of that scene? Is it in the story, or is it just a arcade? I say arcade match. God, this is showing my age. Or is it just like an online, just a normal fight? And we're just saying random lines to each other.
This is very similar. Yeah. What's that DC game where it was DC heroes against each other? Very similar. Batman comes swinging out. He says something.
Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Injustice.
Same format. They come onto the screen or the battlefield, and then
they say one of 5 predetermined lines against the opponent, and then they fight.
And then they have a specific. Well, actually, no. There's a compilation of video of like this person versus that person, and they have specific lines that they recorded just for those show offs. So or showdowns.
Yeah, a predetermined 5 set of lines for a certain character. Yeah,
but it has nothing to do with their plots. So I'm like, this is they could be talking about ice cream flavors for all I care. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Is that scene where he's just said? I can't even remember what he actually just said. But is that in the actual story mode, or is it in, like I say, just a random fight? Because if it's in the story mode, then yeah, that might be a bit more important because it could. Do you know what I mean? That'd be more telling than if it's just in a random fight. Because no offense, I'm sure we've all been called gay at some point in a fight as an attempt. Someone's attempted to insult. Yeah, you know, when you're about to fight people, they do tend to insult you.
Unless there's some sort of, I don't know, some sort of. Like the conservative views of the Shaolin don't really like that thing, but they also don't care, so they don't openly mock it, but they're not like for it either. So that could be an underlying vibe of whenever he faces off against the Shaolin dudes on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, fine.
Yeah, whatever. Go on. We'll do that.
In the early game, giving no fucks about who he insults or offends, even when it's completely unwarranted. But as his teammates accept him for who he is, he slowly opens up to them and shows them the same level of respect. He's finally found a place where he feels like he belongs, which even his family couldn't provide. Jin's sexuality helps to give his character added depth, rather than being the extent of it. Normally I wouldn't praise someone for the incredible achievement of not fucking up, but given the state of this kind of representation, often shallow, forced and insincere, it's nice to see such an inclusion that feels like it's here because someone wanted it to be there and used it to strengthen a character, rather than for the...
Okay, how does it strengthen his character, though? It's definitely... It's definitely characterization. You're painting him with this certain value, and you're like, great, okay, but it adds nothing to the story. Again, he could be a guy who likes darning socks. He could be a guy who likes ice cream or makes ice cream or drinks beer or whatever. And that have this same impact of coloring this character as X. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
At the end of the day...
He completes the crossword every morning.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's another body to butcher and beat up another body. That's what Mortal Kombat is. There's no like emotional drive to showcase his sexuality with his brothers and family. I was like, no, it's not. That's not why they're fighting.
The two people have said something about him being gay. He's like, okay. And it's like one of them was himself. So one other person maybe at some point said something about him being gay. And I'm like, yeah, he's gay. It's like, okay, you're gonna have to throw me a little bit more than that. To say that this is a good character trait, because so far it's not really even been in cutscenes. It's been fights, apart from one thing saying it does not matter. It matters what your heart is, not who it longs for. That could be for anything. There could be a donkey off screen that he's eager for.
Oh no! Just a certain YouTuber just flashed in my mind, like, oh no.
Yay! We're nearly halfway through this, and we've got an even worse video. Yay!
I know. This is just rocketing right through.
The problem is that like none of us really are have the picture of like what this game is about, like story wise. So
yeah, but,
I don't think we can add too much to it.
Yeah, but the major problem is like, okay, what was if someone hasn't seen this and they're like, how does Mortal Kombat nail LGBT representation?
Yes,
You've never been in it. You're thinking, oh, how do you do it? These people never explain it. Because, well, this small thing happens. Okay, where's the context? You have to provide context. These sort of things.
Yes, he should have added more. My only encounter with Mortal Kombat 10 was at a convention, there was like a console set up, so I could like do some versus games with random people, and that's it. So
yeah,
in a way, I have met the game.
Yeah, I've watched a few of the videos of like DLC characters interacting with fights and funny bits and bits of the story. Unfortunately, the major reason is that I've never really played it is because, well, my situation has only just recently started to change. Yay!
Yes.
But yeah, but from it's something that's never really come up with this, and this just feels like I can see why it's never come up, because no one's noticed it, because you've really got to dig really, really deep. I mean, really deep to get anything out of this. Well.
So the best thing we could say is because of the format of the fights, the quips are very short, and they're inconsequential. They're there to make you laugh, or they're to make you go, "Oh yeah, this guy's tough," or "I think he's going to be strong. I'm going to beat you down," whatever. So it's not a central part of their character, and he's not throwing it in our face every time. It's just a small element, which is fine. It doesn't bother us. At the same time, it's also fluff. It's just not very important to anything. So.
Yeah,
it's got that sort of it's there, but it doesn't really matter. So who cares, right? It's like, yeah, who cares? But this guy thinks it's great, and like, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's something that could, like I say, it's something that if you hadn't paid attention, you could easily have missed.
Yeah.
As it's just, it's like a fart in a jacuzzi. It's there, but there's tons of other bubbles. So
yes. Perfect analogy.
I've never thought of it that way. Wow.
See, I'm not just not just an annoying voice. Sometimes
I'm not just British. I can use the language well. I know analogies.
Smart with his steaks. With his jacuzzi bubble.
Your fart jacuzzi is very good. All right.
Hey,
Okay, let's go.
Let's keep going.
Marking off a checkbox. But it's not just a brand new character that's like this. They reveal two existing characters as being on the spectrum as well. This is always a difficult tightrope to walk, because you often end up looking like you prioritise being seen as progressive over good storytelling. Mileena is revealed bisexual in MKX.
I wouldn't think they call J.K. Rowling progressive anymore.
Yeah, this part aged a bit. Yeah.
According to the online progressives, yes, but she's
according to
pretty,
the online progressives, this J.K. Hitler. This is
no, she's the most popular literary person of our time. So actually, probably of all time. I don't know her sales, but they're probably up there. And obviously, she has a big.
Harry Potter is only second to the Bible in terms of sales.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Hey, they probably got more money, but they never make a sequel to the Bible, did they? So it's their fault.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Lord of the Rings is third or something like that.
Yeah, there's a few.
I know the Bible is the top. It's a top seller. Well, it's been out for quite a couple of 100 years.
Yeah, there's got to be other ones like Agatha Christie has got to be up there. What's his name? Dickens has got to be up there. C.S. Lewis. I don't. There's all kinds, but yeah, she is our currently living, famous, most well-read person. So she's obviously going to get a lot of attention.
Right wing.
Yeah, apparently right wing.
Alt-right, yeah.
Yeah, Matthew, you're saying put in the Discord, Mortal Kombat after 9 started up story mode. Yeah, we know there's story mode in it. We're just saying that are these things that are said in the story mode, because it's different to them just being said in quips in arcade battles. I'm just saying.
All right,
it's like, yeah.
Add some people in here just because we're lost and we don't really care. We're just like, what is this shit? Oh God.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, yeah, add people. But it's just one of those things was a bit like, it's alright saying there's story, But what's being said in stories?
Yeah, I really want to know because I don't really pay attention to the series, but it seems so inconsequential that it doesn't make much of a difference anyway.
Missing context. Yeah, here's the thing: the guy should be telling us context.
Help us out, Zach. Help us out.
Hey, Zach, do you know anything about Mortal Kombat?
A little bit, yeah. What's up?
Okay, so is this guy's sexuality?
Is this guy gay?
Like, does it matter to anything?
Let me see. Let me see what's going on. Which guy?
J.K. Rowling.
Kung Jin? I don't know. What's his name?
Oh, J.K. Rowling? Yeah, she's pretty gay. I agree.
Yeah.
No.
Kuming. Kung Jing. Is it Kung Jing? That's very close to Kuming. I'm going to say this right now.
Coming.
Just.
Is coming gay? Not generally speaking.
You just not reading it right, Zach.
Kung Jing? No. Not to my knowledge.
So he's not gay.
Is he?
Not to
Is
my
he? So
knowledge.
is he? Is that his name?
Okay, guys. So wait. I know about Mortal Kombat. Let me talk, okay? I really get pissed because of this. If you listen to someone say on the background, I don't care.
I wouldn't recommend
you guys gonna listen.
Your gun goes pew pew. My fucking gun goes.
So I not on the watch together. I will join it.
Yeah.
But Kung Ji is confirmed to be gay. Okay,
that's fine.
The concept is he wanted to join the Shaolin because his parent Kung Lao was dead and he wanted to avenge his cousin.
Oh,
and Raiden said the Shaolin will accept you because doesn't matter who you like, matters that what you care.
Yeah. Okay. That's great.
So you guys can skip that video because that video is not bad.
Okay.
Okay. No, we're just saying it nails LGBT representation. When in reality, like I say,
because it does. Because it doesn't matter. He is, but in the end, he's just a character who is helping the good guys to advance the story. That's
we get.
So
we
his
understand
plot. His plot is one of revenge. You're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the first time, it's revenge. After that, he's trying to help the task force to set up the peace within the I just forgot the helm of Shao Kahn, but they want to have to make peace on the Shao Kahn realm, which is being ruled by Kotal Kahn, and he's doing a civil war with Mileena. And that's the main plot of the game, is the civil war in the Chaos realm. And after that is not even the civil war, is the fight against the God.
All right, so it's some two other powers are trying to fight and get control, and the humans are caught in the middle, and this dude happens to be gay. That's pretty much it, right? That's all there is. All right. Okay.
Well, I will agree that is a correct way to do LGBT representation. Is that
the main antagonist is Shineying. Okay.
Well, like literally everything about them does not have to revolve around them being gay. It could just be I'm gay, by the way. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. No, we get that. I just want to know why why he's chosen this game to say it nails it. As in, like, it just seems very.
I mean, if it does it right, then fuck it. I
guess.
He chose it because he look. Apparently, the YouTuber you guys are covering, The4thSnake, is very critical of Mortal Kombat 9 and X and Mortal Kombat 11. This is the only positive that he's talking about. That's it.
Fantastic. Okay. I don't know this YouTuber.
Yeah, I know.
That
but...
means nothing to me. I'm
asking
about this.
This
I'm asking about
episode
this video.
Hawk, shut up! Shush!
I wasn't even me talking.
This episode is beginning to be the AFAP episode of Avatar. Okay, you guys don't want to go this route.
Mortal Kombat's bad.
Yeah. Okay. Mortal Kombat sucks. It's rubbish. It was edgy in the 90s.
I guess you guys can skip this video. You will understand me.
No, we're agreeing with them. We just want to know why it makes it.
I appreciate your presence, Cyanide. I mean, Matthias.
Yeah. Matthias, no, I'm saying we agree with it. We're just trying to understand. We can cover good videos. We've been agreeing with him. We just want to know what it is about it.
But you guys were so clueless. It was making unbearable to watch.
Wow.
What do you mean?
You're really just calling us clueless like that? What the fuck? We're the smartest people on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to call you guys clueless.
But isn't that the fault of the fault of the video maker for not giving?
No, because you guys didn't play Mortal Kombat. You needed to first watch the video. You need to play Mortal Kombat.
Well,
why?
I'm sure that would help, but he has to make his case in his own video. We shouldn't have to do homework just to understand what he's
saying. So I should only ever watch.
Hold on, I see where Matthias is coming from, in that. Yeah, if we're gonna watch a Mortal Kombat
just
video,
to be clear,
then we should probably know one or two things about Mortal Kombat to be able to.
I do know one or two. I do know one or two things
but
about
you only
Mortal
know the fights, the casual fights. You don't know the lore because there is a Mortal Kombat
I knew there was a story, right? So I knew there was a separation of there was a story and there was arcade fights. I also know that between the arcade fights and the story, the quips are different. Because it's story related. Hence why I said, was the stuff that was said in certain start fights, story, or arcade?
Some parts of the video are quips from the casual fights.
Yeah, so he should have mentioned that to say this is important, because obviously what being said in the story is more important than what's seen in the arcade thing. That's not my fault. I was actually hoping he would tell me, because then I could say, yeah, this is actually well done with the writing, because it's, shouldn't it? But you can't just say, oh, you've never played Mortal Kombat X before, so you can't talk about it. It's talking about story writing and character writing. Just because I haven't wrote a book doesn't mean I can't talk about it. I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is, he made this video. He should put some context in for people who haven't played it.
So Ken Konecki in the chat, I think it's Hawk's fault.
Yeah, fine, whatever. I don't
it's always Hawk's fault.
All I'm saying is, it's perfectly fine. I don't need to know about all the ins and outs, intricacies of Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's fine. I can watch any video. I don't have to watch things or play things to watch videos.
All right. To be fair, he was presented what the game has to give about Kung Jin. That's it? That's all the game has to show us? A bunch of lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
That's it. Between two characters. So there's Raiden and that chick.
It's because it's really not really important to the story. That's why it's
but here's the thing. Okay, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter who your heart longs for or whatever. That can mean anything.
Yeah, right? I know it can mean anything, but it's already confirmed.
So where was it confirmed?
The Ed Boon, the guys on the NetRealm said the character is gay.
I just saw the chat, Berserker. All I needed was a story, so I don't need it. I should know what the story is, innit? Arc 2020.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
This is the first Avatar episode of this Smudcast.
I honestly, I don't care.
Why am I?
Story now, innit?
Why am I being the rookie? All I'm saying is, if you take
To be
your
fair,
hot
to
long
be fair,
thorns
you are not
to mean
being a
gay.
Rex or a Mulder.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, if someone says it doesn't matter who your heart longs for, if you go, oh, that means gay, then what? No. Why would you go there straight away? It could mean anything.
I know.
Hawk doesn't care about gay people confirmed.
I know this.
No, I don't. No. Why do people think I care about anybody?
Wow.
I'm British.
Well.
I'm British. I enslaved half of you lot.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Man, that's crazy.
I know the phrase is generic. It's generic to explain the story.
I mean.
It doesn't need to be on the nose. Okay, it just needs to be that generic phrase.
Okay, that's fine.
Hawk is tracer confirmed.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm agreeing with this video. I'm just pointing things out.
Well, I'm disagreeing with you, and that's what's important.
That's perfectly fine, Zach.
Zach, you disagree with everyone.
Yeah, you disagree with everyone. You disagree with you.
I wouldn't recommend shooting it because your gun goes pew-pew. My fucking gun goes.
Yeah, but Zach disagrees with himself.
All right. Enough. Let's keep going.
We'll come up. Let's just carry on. It's fine.
Often end up looking like you prioritize being seen as progressive over good storytelling. Mileena is revealed.
Okay, wait a second. That's where I'm like, all right. She's extremely well read, well written. To say that
we are talking about J.K. Rowling, okay?
J.K. Rowling is like the epitome of.
No,
by the
that's
way,
you can
I
roast
have
her. You can roast
Jewish
her, not
gay
roast her.
character in my story. Oh, well, you didn't mention it in the book. But they're gay.
Yeah.
what she said on Twitter is dumb. I admit that, but to say that she doesn't know how to write characters or stories is a little hard to swallow.
Oh,
no,
is that what
the
he
story
said?
is not bad written. I need to disagree with this.
Harry Potter is bog standard young adults writing.
It's
right.
fine.
It is.
It attracts what the audience needs
she
to.
acts.
Yeah, is Matthews?
Okay, the way she acts on Twitter, I agree. She acts really weird, but the writing isn't bad.
It does what it needs to do to attract young audiences. It did what it needed to do. It came at a right time. So.
All right, here's Joe Crazy. Mortal Kombat has a story of a bargain bin kung fu movie. I think even in the start, it didn't have much going for story. Now they got all this budget to do cutscenes and voice acting and all this other stuff.
It has much more.
Yeah.
Okay. I will answer a question from Cyberbolt. Cyberbolt, Toasty Danny suggests this video and people voted.
Message coming in.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we wanted to vote to see this video. Okay, people voted. Blame democracy.
We can. Yeah, but the thing is, we can look at good. We can look at good videos.
Anyway, let's.
This is a good video so far.
That might be the point, but it's not like people play Mortal Kombat for the story. Yeah, I guess.
See, I mean, a lot of people play for the story, but I can agree that the majority only play for the tournaments or the multiplayer.
Are you a fan of Mortal Kombat 10?
Yes, I am. Okay, I am a fan of Mortal Kombat. Dude, you couldn't tell.
Mileena.
Honestly, no, man.
No,
I couldn't
never.
tell at all.
She have
the way
Hideo's face.
The way you.
What's the matter? A little teeth never hurt nobody.
I was never know that Matthews is a fan, considering the fact that was the loudest he ever joined the Smudcast or any voice chat that I've ever been on with him before. Going, shut the fuck up, nah.
Yeah, I was getting pissed. I was getting really angry.
Well, I'm glad we established. I'm glad we established we like things, and someone wanted us to cover this video, so here we are. And
hey, it's
to be clear, I don't have nothing against Hawk because Hawk is my friend.
It's kind of like talking about the relationship in a B movie. It's like, okay, yeah, it's there, but there's nothing to say about it.
No, yeah. Mortal Kombat. In my opinion, I don't know about the Mortal Kombat fans on the chat. In my opinion, Mortal Kombat appears to be a B movie type of story.
According to all known laws of aviation, the bumblebee should not be able to fly, but it does so anyway.
Sure, Zach.
You shut
also,
the fuck up.
Is your mic okay?
Is it?
You're a lot quieter than usual.
How about now?
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right now.
Anyway, if you guys get angry on, I will say this to the chat. If you guys get angry on a Smudcast video, that doesn't mean it's fault of the Smudcast crew because you guys suggested, you guys voted.
Yeah.
The blame on yours.
Also, what people get angry about? We're agreeing with them that it means it's so circumstantial.
Because you guys were missing the context. Because that's why we're getting angry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're missing the context. That's not our fault. That's the person who's making the video's fault because they didn't add context in.
It is possible that is all the context there is. Those two little clips from Raiden and that other chick. It could be that's it. Or sorry, Liu Kang as well.
Yeah. If that's it, then and if you're not really paying it, then you're just going through the story, and it's just those two little clips. How the hell do you know that the guy was gay and he was struggling with it? It could have been for anything else. This is what I mean. It's a bit like you have to set it up a bit more to say this person is a LGBT character with a bit more context, but not over the top, if you know what I mean. Because what's been said is you could take it any other way. That's the thing. You bark up the wrong tree could be said you could take it a lot of different ways. It's not who your heart longs for. It could be taken a lot of different ways. That's what I mean. I'm not saying it's done. I'm not saying it's bad that it's done that. That way. But what I'm saying is like, if it's the first thing you go for, then your mind's already there. If you know what I mean. So, yeah, context-wise, they could have done a bit more. To be honest with you, to me it seems like they wanted the gay character, but they put just a bare minimum in to do it. Do you know what I mean? They've done it well, but it does seem that But anyway, we can continue.
You think they were too subtle?
Yes, to the point where it could you could easily go you could easily tell somebody who's played the game, yeah, he was gay, and I believe some people would say, "What? No, I don't know. Was he? I never heard that."
But he is.
Yeah, that's fine. He is. That's fine. He is. I'm not denying he is. I'm just saying, if you ask somebody, they could easily say, "Oh, was he? Oh, right," and then go back to it to see. It's not. That's it.
All right.
It seems like it's just like a bare basic addition.
All right.
Like what we're saying, it could be replaced by anything.
Let's go.
As bisexual in MKX. It's a little more explicit than Jin, but it's relegated to optional pre-fight dialogues with lines and exchanges such as
Dearest Tanya.
Shall we proceed, Empress?
It will be
little
my
teeth never
pleasure.
hurt nobody.
Kano's domestic.
Melena's concubine.
Repulsive human.
Sleeping with Baraka's repulsive.
Who told you this?
Likewise, Tanya is revealed to be into women. While it doesn't strictly influence her demeanour the way Jin's does, one could infer Mileena's sexuality as being a result of her nature. I've discussed in the past how the revealing outfits Mileena has been given over the years suits her more than any other MK lady because, in her mind, her Tarkatan mouth makes her ugly, so she wants to de-emphasize that and draw...
Okay, so she actually thinks she's unattractive because of her nature, her face?
It can be inferred.
Why?
Yeah.
If you are a part of a different species that has a certain kind of mouth, that would be their standard for beauty or whatever. Why would that be unattractive?
Also, for the love of God, people don't care about teeth and mandibles and stuff. There's women still getting wet over Garrus Vicarian, for God's sake.
I mean, I get wet over Garrus Vicarian.
I'm just saying, if you come from a species of creatures or whatever, aliens that have a certain, I don't know, maybe the third arm or something, that would be seen as normal. It wouldn't be unattractive. It would just be, this is our species. This is how we are. and we've seen thousands of us.
In case of Mileena, it's not even that simple because she's a clone mixed with.
She's a clone too.
Dunn, mixed with a Tartarkan DNA.
Why does that sound like?
So that's why she have the big mouth.
Why does that sound like Dead or Alive? Like, didn't they have clones in there as well?
Maybe.
Kasumi
it is a B movie story. I will not.
I'm just going to say, mention about the obviously the bisexual stuff is optional dialogue in fights. So I assume that's not mentioned in the main story if it's optional dialogue at the start of fights. I'm turning to Matthias. I'm turning to Matthias since he is he'll get angry if I don't. What's the
A punished berserker really wants to get it.
Yeah, we can bring him in.
There's too many. There's too many people. This is going to go on too long.
We already hit the cap.
Yeah, it's.
Bears, anything you want to say? DM me.
Hawk, you're a disgusting, horrible person. I hope you jump off a very short bridge into a deep pond.
Okay, no, we don't do that on this podcast.
So she doesn't find herself too attractive in her face because she's this kind of creature. So she relies on the rest of her sex appeal, and you're like, okay, I mean, I guess so. It makes sense.
Like I said, a little teeth never hurt nobody.
Put a bag over it.
No, in her case, yes. In her case, yes.
No, listen. You don't understand Mileena like I do.
Dude, okay. Did you saw the teeth that she has?
Matthias. Zach don't care.
Beauty.
Zach's been married.
Yeah, I know Zach don't care. Fine. He wants to bang Brie Larson.
I said, okay, first of all, you're taking me out of context. I said I would hate fuck Brie Larson, right? So if you're gonna talk shit, make sure you talk shit in context.
Yes, context.
See, from a historical example, let's say of people getting their face mangled or having holes in their cheeks. Like, there's a character from DC, Jonah Hex. He's a Western cowboy kind of guy, and he's got a big hole in his cheek. So we would say that's kind of creepy. That's kind of weird. With her, that's part of her face. Like, that's normal. So it's not like
Dusty Dan is really angry. Dusty, you don't have the right to be angry, okay?
Why is he angry? What's he angry about?
Because you guys are missing the context.
What are we missing?
About what context?
Of bringing Brie Larson, obviously.
No banging Brie Larson, but about Mortal Kombat.
This is the thing, right? It nails LGBT. He's done this video in 6 minutes. He's just breezed through this, right? There is no context with stuff.
That's the problem with any of these games is that they're just so surface level. There's not much to work with. So it's like, all right, here's some quips, here's some lines, dialogue.
It's not even so surface level. There is comics explaining the backstory of
so now I have to read comics.
No, you don't need to read.
And play video games just to watch a YouTube video.
Hawk, shut up! Shush! What I'm saying is that there is comics that expand Mortal Kombat history. I'm not saying you need to read the comics because you don't.
Fucking hell.
To understand Mortal Kombat X story, you don't need to read the comics, okay?
I may actually kill Hawk today.
All right.
That's perfectly fine. I am joking. I'm doing this on purpose.
I'm joking.
Let's continue.
Attention towards body which is identical to Kitana's. One could, thus, interpret her open sexuality as being similar, her accepting any partner who will have her. While Jin's self-loathing is a result of his sexuality, Mileena could be the inverse. Obviously, it's not entirely that, though, as her...
So wait a second. So Jin is selective because he's gay, and Mileena is a whore because she's a...
Okay, I will say this. I don't know if Mileena is bisexual. I always assume she's a straight. And I don't think in the official Wikipedia or the Another Realms Twitter said that she's okay. I will say that I am oblivious on that front. Okay, Ian Bears already sent a message. Bear said, Smut, she's in half Edenian, half Tarkatan. It's natural that she'd be confused about her looks because she's an abomination to both species.
Oh.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, that helps.
And he confirmed that she is bisexual.
All right. Okay.
Oh, right, okay.
Sure. Okay, cool.
But I was going to say, she sounds like a normal femme fatale, sort of always been.
She is femme fatale, but she likes to go both ways.
Well, that's
perfectly fine.
Exactly the definition, but okay.
It does seem like she's that sort of character.
I mean, you should know because you are bisexual, Hawk.
Am I? Oh, yeah. Yes, I like purple.
Well, okay.
I mean,
what?
I would subscribe to Mileena's OnlyFans, is all I'm saying.
Purple lighting is bisexual. Bisexual lighting. Sarcastic Hawk is purple. Come on, Smud. Keep up.
Okay. I'll write that down.
Smud, how's the whiskey tonight?
I will be sorry. I will be sorry, but to being overly aggressive, but
it's
sorry for
fine,
being aggressive, okay?
Doesn't bother me. Why? It doesn't bother me at all. I'm fucking laughing my head off.
Joe Crazy here. Thanks for the wonderful super chat. I don't know. Getting a blowjob from Mileena is probably like sticking it into a pencil sharpener.
Yeah, no.
You don't have to get a blowjob from her.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for the imagery, Joe. That's fantastic. I love it.
For God's sake, guys, just get a missionary. Switch the lights off.
You don't. No, I'm not switching them.
Stop being so picky.
Okay. Cyber. Okay, again. Fourth Snake is right about Mileena, okay? We don't need to tear this argument up.
Yeah.
At the point where they start, chopping their appendages off, I think sex or sexuality is kind of irrelevant.
This is on the casual fight. We are talking about history, the lore of Mortal Kombat.
Okay. I guess. It's just, again, the context for all of these games are violent death. So it's like they like gays. It's like okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, Cyberbolt said that the reason Mileena sees herself as ugly is because she's not an actual female of her species. She's not an Edenian. She's not even a Tartakan. She's a hybrid clone.
So she's not a female.
She's the worst of both. She's a woman. So.
Sure. So she's not feminine? Is that what she thinks of herself?
How did we get to know this information from the video alone?
But she doesn't see herself as...
Mark's right, yeah. Matthews has told us all this information, which I'm grateful for, but the person who made this video hasn't done so. I'm not...
I understand. I'm sorry, Talk. I understand that, this is, a more combat-focused channel. That's totally fine. It's just the problem is that, the Smudcast right now runs the system. There's democratic, so the most voted video has to be covered unless it's been covered before or something like that. So either we make an exceptions if nobody has any clue about the subject, but then it's just betraying all those people that vote for this video. But this video is it's very clickbait because if myself I have memories of playing Mortal Kombat a lot in the arcades back in the 90s. So I'm oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. How does it do this thing? And I see it it's a very popular video, so I want to find out what's up with it. And I don't really get the context other than these very short cutscenes. So what should I think about it? I understand the fans who have actually played the game itself. They have the right to complain. But
this is the thing. Yeah. But this is the thing. So far, we've had more context from the chat and Matthias than from the video.
And that's could we blame the guy? Because his focus is entirely MK, so of course you can expect that the context is given.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything about it as an outsider.
Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that this is a bad video per se. I'm just saying it's required a very angry Brazilian to shout at me for 15 minutes.
It's well structured so far. I can't say that for sure.
For me to understand a lot more, and it's also taking people in the chat to obviously say things to explain. Which obviously thanks for doing it. And that obviously shows that you lot obviously know a lot more and care a lot more about the series, and you're very invested in it, and it's obviously means a lot. Well, of course, I don't care. I don't care about anything.
Wow.
Anyway,
I'm telling your son about that.
Do it, fucking little sprog. Fucking cunt. But yeah, like I say, like with my father, he's saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout." It's like, no, that's fine. You're very passionate about the game and the series, which is good.
Message from Brest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Hawk, you should know the story before to talk about the story. It's first grade SpongeBob.
No.
First grade SpongeBob.
No.
I wumbo, you wumbo.
I bet to understand to talk about a story, you should know you should be able to take the basics. If someone's explaining the story.
Also, this video, I will say, this video, it's mostly for Mortal Kombat fans, and I can see it scaring away Mortal Kombat normies.
Yeah, but that's fine. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, I've got more information out of chat and you than I have out of this video.
So we can thank
LGBT.
We can take Cyberbolt, and we can take Tosidani and Bears in the chat.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, because they've said.
Let's just get on with this.
Let's go to the next video.
Relationship was presented, outside of story mode at least, as being genuinely heartfelt on Mileena's part, if not as strongly on Tanya's. Conversely, she's quite secretive about her relationship with Baraka, seemingly becoming enraged not by Johnny's insult, but by his knowledge of their relationship. It's possible that Baraka has a purely sexual relationship with her, while Tanya means much more to her than that. Certainly explains why she has no reaction to Baraka's death. She presumably cares a great deal about Tanya for not...
Did she just kill him, though?
Yeah, no, he died.
Okay, so she kills him, and she's like, yeah, great, I killed the guy. And you're like, okay. So I guess she doesn't really care about him that much.
Yeah, supposedly.
the depth of this character.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
he died because one of the Kotalkan goons killed Baraka.
Oh, right, okay. Also, he's talking about things outside of story mode, which I assume is non-canon.
No, every quip is canon. Every quip is canon.
Oh, every quip is canon, right?
Because it says something about the characters.
Mm-hmm. But I assume the fights are non-canon. The outcomes outside of story mode.
So is the Mortal Kombat 2 live-action
is...
movie canon?
Yes.
See, I was right.
Yes.
Devora, which is one of the Kotalkan's goons, killed Baraka.
All right, that's fine.
We can carry on.
Rejecting her cat and features, which Baraka presumably finds attractive by default. There's almost this allegorical element to it, like a person finding acceptance outside of their racial or sexual community. Again, proof that Mileena is a fascinating character if handled correctly. I find that a problem faced by many characters included for representation, fleshed out for representation, and especially revamped for representation is that they're often treated as if that element in and of itself is interesting. Being gay or black or female is not an interesting character trait any more than being straight or white or male. It can lead to...
That's perfectly acceptable. Yeah, I see what he's talking about.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I agree with it, yeah.
See, he's not wrong.
You didn't say he was wrong.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Like, we are not saying he's wrong, but we just didn't receive enough context for that portion of the video, so we reacted the way.
Yeah. What do people? Okay, sorry that I'm not on my knees praising the very 6-minute long video he made for being the greatest thing ever. No, I can just say, yeah, he's right about this thing, but just throw a bit more context in. That's it.
Interesting subjects, such as how this aspect of their makeup can impact certain ways of life, like a gay person or a mixed couple living in a very tradition-heavy region, for instance, but they need to be an interesting character outside of that. This stuff should be icing on...
Do they really, though? This is a fighting game where you kill each other within minutes and seconds. I
know. I know it is a fighting game with fatalities and cutting the limbs, but after Mortal Kombat 9, they start to go into a more story-focused path. That's why you have you have less characters on the roster. That's what I wanted to say. Because most of the characters will appear on the story.
I just want to point out the guy in the background. There's this gigantic mouth. And I'm thinking, is that an actual character that's part of the story? Because if it is...
Isn't that Baraka?
Is it Baraka?
That is Baraka.
I think it's Baraka.
Okay.
Or a generic Tartakan.
Yeah, well... I'm sure he has wonderful dialogue options.
I don't remember the Mortal Kombat X having dialogue options. I remember Injustice having dialogue options.
No, as in... No mind. We can carry on with this video. We're nearly finished with it.
Alright.
On the cake, not dumped on the plate in place of the cake. NetherRealm handled it the correct way. They crafted one fascinating character and one pretty alright character.
How is Mileena fascinating and how is this guy alright? Their sexuality is shown, or at least talked about or inferred, and that's it. It has nothing to do with the story.
I find many parts of her fascinating.
She's interesting because she's trying to retake the kingdom.
Advice.
And
here's the
Kong
thing.
Jin is trying to help the task forces.
Yeah, but you're explaining this. Can you see the glaring problem here?
Like, it's fascinating.
So I will agree that it is a problem that he does not provide proper context in his video. But if this is a more Mortal Kombat focused channel, then I would say that it's not necessary.
If you're talking about critical analysis, it is necessary. You have to provide proper understanding. That's the whole point of critical analysis, to get meaning out of whatever you're looking at. And just assuming this person's fascinating, it's like, tell me give me a quip. Give me, like, she's fascinating because of her genetic problems that she's fighting over to conquer the realm. Oh, okay, fine. That's her plot. But it's just like she's...
I have some messages from Bears, if you guys want to listen.
Yeah, go on. Go ahead.
Okay. Smut, the arcade modes are just about the violence. That's why they are separate from the story mode. Mileena gets far more airtime
you said the quips
than Kung Jin's.
Oh, canon.
The quips are canon. They reveal something about the characters, but not the fight itself.
Okay.
Okay, Mileena gets far more airtime than Kung Jin, since she's one of the leaders of the Outworld Civil War. The Outworld being the Shao Kahn Kingdom. And this is for you, Hawk. Play the game.
No, I don't want to play it now. In fact, I was going to play it. It was actually on my list. I'm not doing it now. I think it's shit. I think it's a terrible game.
No, because I am demanding.
All right, chat. Go ahead and get hashtag kick Hawk going in the chat.
No, we use blame Hawk, not kick Hawk. We are not.
This is different.
Why is it different? I don't understand. Why do people think this is going to matter? Why does it matter? Why do people take me seriously anyway? But no,
I guess we
play
are
a
going
game.
to
Play games.
New rules. After this video, we are going to create new rules for suggesting the video. You need to watch it first, then you suggest it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. All I'm saying is I shouldn't. If he's going to explain how Mortal Kombat nails LGBT, he should provide a bit more context to people who might not have played the game, so that they could go, "Oh yeah, this sounds interesting. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play
I
this."
really don't want to say Glib was
That's
right
true.
of Discord suggestions.
Hashtag kick
This video is fine. It just needs more context. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Just needs a bit more context.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that people like this YouTuber, and me saying he needs a bit more context is like insulting his dead mother or something. I don't know.
I agree.
It seems weird.
I agree with you on principle. However, again, if this guy runs a more Mortal Kombat focused channel,
yeah, that's fine.
He doesn't need to have the context in every video which he talks about Mileena. Just like if I was running a Star Wars focused channel, I don't need to explain Darth Vader's rich history every time I talk about him.
Where's the obligatory click here link to the video where I explain how
he doesn't need that. He literally does not need that.
Why not?
Because if this is a more Mortal Kombat focused channel, which I just pull up his channel and yeah, it looks like it is more Mortal Kombat focused.
Fine, that's fine. So obviously he doesn't want to attract any other sort of as in like any actual views apart from people who just play.
If you're going into a Mortal Kombat channel or a fighting game channel, then you should probably have some knowledge about it. Why? Because that's what this entire channel's about.
Because you need.
But why?
You need.
Oh my God, Hawk! Shut the fuck up.
But you have no idea. But you want to get into it, so you watch this channel.
What do you like more?
Then you start out at the basics. Go look at the dude's earlier videos where he talks about characters or something. I don't fucking know what to tell you, man.
Think about Dragon Age. Think about Dragon Age. Imagine someone doing a Dragon Age. We are covering a Dragon Age. It's Smut doesn't know the context. Would you not be angry too? No, you don't.
What? Oh, I've seen tons of people do reviews on Dragon Age with no context.
Okay.
What does that mean?
That's the same thing that is happening now on this Smudcast.
Well, I do have context of Mortal Kombat.
This guy has a 3-minute 40-second video on people don't understand Batman and Robin.
Okay. Do I have to watch Batman and Robin to understand why people don't understand Batman and Robin?
Yes, idiot.
Why?
Yes, you need.
Why? Why do I? So you're telling me that I have to have information and knowledge of things before I start looking for information and knowledge of things?
Yes. Okay, if you're going to watch a third-party video, listen. If you're gonna watch a video,
then
you should probably have knowledge of the source.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to have knowledge before you watch a video of anything.
I agree, Hawk. It is physically possible to watch a video without context. I agree. Good job.
Yeah.
It is physically possible within the realms of the laws of physics of the universe to watch a video without context. I agree.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, cool. Glad we had this talk.
Yeah. I just don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand.
Anyway, thanks, Joe. I just play Mortal Kombat for the novelty of having Rambo and Joker fight. So.
Yeah. You can't. Sorry, Joe. You can't watch this video because you don't have context.
I think there was random advertising for like, hey, there's Terminator, hey, there's the Predator, hey, there's Rambo. It's just like, whoa, wow, that's exciting. They put random movie franchises into a video game, and that's the appeal. That's the general appeal, I think, of audiences, not someone who knows the lore. So. That's how we see it. We see it as this fun little beat 'em up game, which is super violent. That's it.
Yeah. But unless you have knowledge and context beforehand, you're not allowed to get.
Yeah, but if you're making an argument, obviously you have to present all the information and all the evidence to the audience, and he's not doing that. We're just sitting there going, okay, yeah, she's a chick and she's sexy and she covers her face because her face is all toothy. You're like, all right,
yeah,
that's it.
And he made this video. It's his job. I'm sorry that. Oh, he only likes doing. Well, this is a 6-minute long video. He could have made this longer. Perfectly fine. If it's something that means so much to you,
I agree that he doesn't give the proper context for Mileena in this video. Granted, I don't know shit about Mileena other than I want to fuck her. But He doesn't give the proper context for Mileena in this video. However, if he is running a Mortal Kombat focused channel and you are watching this 6-minute video about Mortal Kombat, you should probably have played Mortal Kombat and know a little bit of context before going into third-party media.
That is...
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. I think you're wrong with that, but that's fine with the way you put it forward. What I'm saying is, with the thing that he's talking about, especially with it being LGBT, you could have put a lot of effort. I mean, a bit more effort into it.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
That's my point.
It really does not matter.
To make the argument that Mortal Kombat has great LGBT representation. You need citations, sources, context, full cutscenes where you need to show it.
Which is what I've been saying.
Yeah, shut up, Hog.
Don't be angry, but now that you've actually thought about it, you've gone, oh, hang on
a second. Arguments matter. Oh, yeah, that's great.
These people have the ability to do these videos. Just put some context into it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying.
All right, cool.
All right,
all I'm saying is Matthias has done it.
We got...
and people in chat have done it.
Yeah.
Easily, and they've not. You know what I mean?
So we've got a minute.
But at this point, I'm just giving you hell.
Just
we've got
to say,
a minute.
everybody is having real laps with this video, this episode now.
Yeah, but we don't.
Okay, if that's fine.
This is completely. If I'm just going in this as an analyst, and I'm looking at this and going, okay, you gave me 3 examples of this guy implying he's gay, and you're like, yeah, and he's saying this is a good thing. And I'm like, why is it good? I don't know. And he's looking at Mileena saying she's an even better thing. And now he's saying, oh, he's a bad representation of being gay. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? First he's good, now he's not as good?
Yeah, that's very weird.
Yeah.
You understand that?
You can come and look at videos with different angles. That's what,
That's why we have a panel on the Smudcast.
Yeah.
So it does help to have an expert who knows some of the lore, but it really comes down to his argument on his presentation. So it doesn't really matter if it's a Mortal Kombat focused channel. It doesn't matter if he does a lot of other things. It comes down to the argument, and he's confused us for one, and secondly, he sort of befuddled us because we're sitting there going, "What do we say about this? Is this good? Is this bad? We don't know."
I can easily think someone could do a response to this and say he's wrong about it. I mean, it wouldn't be great, but it could easily be done. Even though he,
yeah, it's like
he's right in parts of it. Someone could easily say, no, this is wrong. This is how it's wrong.
It's like someone writing an essay.
This guy has very paper-thin arguments.
And his essay has 3 points, but he doesn't back up his points with much evidence. You're just like, that's not a very strong argument. You need more. You need to prove it and reason it out.
Like Zach said, an actual proper cutscene, context, citations, all that. Yeah. You start throwing that in, this video goes from being a hurt to, he is right. It does. By the way, it nails LGBT.
There is a great video, here,
in here.
There's somewhere in there. There's some gold, but he needs to flesh it out.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
But which is what I've been saying.
To be clear for everybody, the argument I was making earlier is that you shouldn't jump into a Star Wars channel, watch a Darth Vader video, and then just be like, well, who is this guy? You just said, you just told me about his mask. Who is this guy? No, you should probably have watched the movie.
I don't even think it's that simple, Zach. I think he just does not provide enough information, and we sit there trying to grasp.
This is a lot different than saying, "Oh, I'm going to explain Darth Vader's mask."
Right. If
LGBT.
I just wanted to make my position from earlier clear, even though we are all on the same page.
That's fine. No, that's fine. But if Mileena had 20 or 30 different examples of her showing off her sexuality, I'd be like, okay, that's enough. That's plenty for us to work with and derive that she is this type of person.
But he hasn't shown any of that. I don't
think. He's shown.
Yeah. Also, he's only shown 2 characters who he hasn't added much to it. So it's like, okay, are they the only representation of LGBT? Q, I'm also going to add Q in the whole thing because, they do now anyway. Are they the only 2? Is there anyone else in here? Do they do it badly? And do you know what I mean? there could be a lot more. Like we're saying, there's a good video in here. It just needs to be longer than 6 minutes.
Yeah. So the best point we got out of this video so far is that it's a secondary element of their character. It's not important. And you're like, yeah, that's great. But at the same point, if you're making it fluff, then why even include it? What's the point of coloring a character
I
a
will
certain
consider
way?
it something that I think he might be needed to explain a little bit more. It doesn't need to be a 10 minutes video, but he needed to at least place a couple minutes to help to add the context.
At the end of the day, what's wrong about length when it's the content you're making? At the end of the day, if it nails LGBT, take your time. Make it as long as you need it to
a
be.
message from Toasty Danny. A message from Toasty Danny. He said, "I will say the fourth snake may have gone with a wrong title that can be confusing."
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Let's say I've got nothing against the YouTuber. I don't care. But I'm just saying he's got a good video in here, and it's he could have done really well with this. He could have done really, really well with this. It just feels like, yeah.
So I'm gonna read this comment in the chat. Just for everybody on the panel, I want to get responses from Exhumed Legume. Today we're talking about popular video game. Now, as some of you may know, video games started with Pong and 3-hour lecture about the history of video games. Now, with that out of the way.
It's just that?
Yeah, that's just...
Like, you don't need to provide every single piece of history when talking about a certain subject. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
But this guy hasn't provided enough context on Mileena specifically, talking about her sexuality or whether or not she's gay, bi, or straight.
Yeah. And this is all I'm saying, it just needs a bit more context.
To be fair, I think 4thSnake have videos explaining the context, but
that's great.
It's on his review. It's on his review of Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 9 because he's pretty critical of those games.
Yeah, that's fine. That's great, wonderful. But when he makes a video like this, right, he could easily go over the points he's already made because he might think, oh well, at least I'm backing up these new points that I'm making with previous stuff. Just a bit more context. I'm not asking for him to do a whole history of Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean?
I think we've dug ourselves deep enough into this.
I think we can go on and
character, Ghost, and then added these elements on top of the already interesting character and the potentially interesting character. Of course, there's always room for them to fuck it up in MK11, but I believe that faith is earned, not freely given. And I think NetherRealm does deserve the benefit of the doubt here because they earned it through MKX. Now, as for the representation of minorities, we have Jade and Tanya, who... Oh, well, I'm sure it's just an oversight. I mean, it's not like they ever put Jackson against, but, well, at least the black and yellow thing is... Okay, maybe there's some room for improvement.
Alright.
So, yeah, that's not much depth to...
Nice little punchy jokes at the end there. I like it.
Okay. All right. Fine. It's a surface level game. We get it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that was the first part of the Smudcast. We're going to go into the next video, which is a pile of crap. So let's just continue, please.
Yeah, let's just continue. Yeah.
5 Faces of Oppression, the educational video.
I'm ready to anger more people.
All right, so before we continue, this is really soft.
We actually we messed up.
This is really soft, so you have to be quiet, okay? I can't hear it, honestly. It's very, very soft. And the guy who made the video put music, which is louder than the conversation, so it's kind of hard to hear.
Okay.
So,
we actually did mess up, by the way, because he did point us to a Mileena video that he made.
Okay. Right at the end. Yeah. Okay.
Just to correct Smut Boy, Mortal Kombat is not a surface level game. Okay.
It is.
We have some depth.
Okay. It's not surface level. It's puddle deep. Thank you for that, Matthews. Anyway,
No, not simply puddle
I'm
deep.
joking. Just calm down. Calm down, man.
All
I know.
right, everyone, calm down.
Play
just
like a
chill.
damn fiddle.
I will say sorry for my rage in the beginning. I didn't want to
let's
be
continue.
Let's
continue.
It's fine.
Let's
I will
continue.
talk to you afterwards.
Please, just let's move on.
Let's
move on.
Please.
Shut up.
In this
Yes,
video, we'll be talking
oppression!
about the 5 faces of oppression.
Yes, something.
Why was the first person
Something
that
we can
showed up a
talk.
white guy? Look, the first person that showed up is an older white gentleman. That's not very representative, is it?
Also, Smud
Very
was
inclusive.
right. They are very quiet. It sounds like the muffling into a mic.
What is Powtoon? I have no idea what Created use. What is Powtoon? What is that?
Must be some free animation software.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the video maker. Make videos in minutes with Powtoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Damn, that anatomy.
Oh yeah, the
That's how lungs. That's how the upper body of a woman
I
works.
no longer feel bad about my drawings.
No.
So the waist is around the chest
The
area.
encouragement to continue.
So when you draw a human figure, guys, the waist is beneath the lungs. Okay, it's not above it; it's beneath. Just so you know how that works.
I like the framing of what I posted in the chat. Her head's just sitting on her left shoulder.
Looks like a South Park character.
All right.
The word oppression derives from the word press, meaning to mold, flatten, or reduce something in bulk.
Oh my god, you were not kidding. This guy is dead quiet.
Why is the music so loud?
Dude, what?
Hold on, I gotta get a audio boost extension for Firefox real quick.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
That's fine. I don't need my ears anyway. I already have tinnitus. What's gonna happen? Double tinnitus?
Triple tinnitus.
Quadruple.
All right.
I would really want to know what we meant.
Yep, oppression comes from press, used to mold, flatten, or reduce something in bulk. That's very odd.
Fine. He's using his wonderful understanding of language. That's fine.
It's just an odd start.
Is that on the dictionary?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with maybe.
From the sacred holy text known as Google.
Perhaps.
I just realized if you are using a tool to make a video, you know how they have a watermark everywhere? Did they buy the actual product, or are they using the shareware version so that
Probably
the watermark's always there?
Oh no! Oh no!
Either that, or they actually made Powtoon and they're just advertising in all their videos, so they're just constantly putting it up there. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
5 phases of oppression are exploitation, powerlessness, marginalization, cultural imperialism, and violence.
Cultural
Okay, how
imperialism.
violence it is an oppression.
Wow.
Because there's violence without oppression.
Phases of oppression.
I didn't know we are
Just
still
gonna
oppressing
fact-check
people
him
through
real quick.
imperialism. Hawk.
Yes.
Tell us about imperialism.
God, please
cultural
don't.
imperialism.
Please don't know.
Okay,
No,
so
Brazil was an
it's
empire too,
fantastic.
so I think
Iris
that
Marion
counts too.
Young's 5 Faces of Oppression: Marginalization, Expelled from Social Life, Exploitation, Energy Expended, Powerlessness, Lack of Authority and Decision Making as well as Individual Development, Cultural Imperialism, the Dominant Means of Society that Render Alternative Views Invisible or Unworthy, and Violence, Fear of Unprovoked Attacks on their person or property.
Violence is not even oppression because you have violence on nature too. Because
dude, shut the fuck up before I punch you.
you are in the United States. How are you gonna punch me?
I have long arms. I'll manage.
Okay, no, I don't think you are the long man. You don't have long arms.
Rocket punch. Take that.
Violence isn't. Yeah, you can use violence to oppress somebody, but you can also use violence to get out of oppression.
Oh no! When I googled 5 Faces of Oppression, this is a face that came up.
I don't really know. Oh. No.
What is that?
Wow, that looks exactly like the other face.
What?
Where did you get that, Zach?
Google.
All right, never mind.
All right, well,
no, that's just the 5 Faces of Oppression.
Also, Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's on here. He's in Google Images for
huge Jackman.
Huge Ackman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Let's keep going. This crappy video.
Exploitation is defined as the act of using people's labors to produce profit while not compensating them fairly. It is characterized by the steady process of the transfer of labor of one social group to benefit another, and is often viewed in the context of the economic conditions created within a capitalist society.
Okay, so
there's capitalism.
Capitalism. There we go. Yeah.
Who's got the bingo card?
Oh no!
Because communism never oppressed anybody.
Communism, they kill you and steal your land.
That part.
Yeah, that's not oppression.
It's not
at least communists are nice enough to put you into the ground.
It's the people's system.
Because the guy is selling his hours to work for the owner of the factory or the office. And it's just a negotiation. It's not exploitation.
Yeah,
exploitation is far worse.
Not all bosses are big fat cats. I don't know how many times I have to explain this, but yeah, a lot of managers and bosses are billionaires who are oppressing thousands of people.
Yes.
They're usually just people who are like in charge of, say, 5 or 6 people.
Isn't the manager having his own pressure too? Because the author.
Yeah.
The manager have the regional manager, and then the regional manager have the
area manager or something.
The chief of the regional and the chief. You're going on and on.
I really hope this video isn't just capitalism
the
bad.
scale of oppression.
Yeah, this video is going to be capitalism bad.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
most likely.
Yeah.
Listen, pure capitalism can be bad. Regulated
labor.
capitalism, good.
Millions of children around the world are trapped in child labor, depriving them of their childhood, their health and education, and condemning them to a life of poverty.
Okay, so this is the general attack that people put onto like sweatshops or places with low poverty, or high poverty, where there's no other jobs, there's nothing else to do, and they have to give these jobs to kids.
Here's the thing. Most child workers exist in what's that country called again? China. Yeah. So last time I checked, they're not a capitalist.
It isn't a problem for most of countries. It's mostly on really poor countries.
Here's the great thing about capitalism: you get to vote with your money. So if you don't like the company that uses child sweatshops, don't buy from that company.
don't buy the apple.
Well, the
Okay.
problem is a lot of our products do come from China anyway, so there's going to be some sort of cheap labor to manufacture whatever it is you want.
Here's the thing: India could be the new workshop of the world, but China keeps doing turf wars on the border.
Oh, India's not someone we should look at because there's still 18.3 million people technically classed as slaves in that nation.
Yeah, they still have the caste system.
Yeah, if they, I would say something. If they got rid of the caste
What's
system,
wrong with that?
They
Didn't say there was anything wrong with it. Do you know in certain areas in India, men and tigers are allowed to vote, but women aren't.
Tigers?
Yeah, tigers.
Tigers.
Yeah, honestly, God, Bengal tigers were given the right to vote before women.
I mean, their numbers are kind of low, but okay.
How do they do that? Do they like place a politician? Which one tiger eats?
I don't necessarily disagree with giving tigers the right to vote, but my only question is why.
I am in favor of giving dogs the right to vote.
Why? Like, I'm not going to argue with the tiger. I don't know if anybody has ever seen a tiger in person.
Yes.
They're fucking huge.
I'm not going to argue with him. If he wants the right to vote, I'm not going to say no. Like, I'm going to be real.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no.
So in regards to the topic we're looking at here, it's an ongoing conversation in economics. If you study anything about third world countries that are developing, the pros and cons of sweatshops. There's some good stuff. There's some bad stuff. What do you do when your community doesn't have much to work with or many resources? You got to get a job. You have to make a job, etc. So what people can see as bad for kids is actually saving their lives in some cases. And we're not saying it's completely above board, but it's like you have nothing to start with. Obviously, standards aren't going to exist very highly when you have nothing.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Child labour has existed since the dawn of time, and it's only due to capitalism. Pretty much.
I mean,
the way we've
get
done,
rid of child labor.
Yeah.
I mean, I was mowing lawns when I was 12, so like that's child labor. That's
You got $10 or $15.
Oh, that's it. That's all you charge.
We mean,
I charge like $50 to $100 depending on the lawn.
Yeah,
$10 for me.
Vice, you are. $10 for Matthias is like 2.3 million Brazilian.
You live in Brazil, you just get paid with monopoly money.
Well, that'd be Canada.
No, but like in the UK, it's like cheap child labour. Yeah, you know, before the Industrial Revolution, kids were working and dying at a very young age. Before
it was called the Dark Ages.
What's wrong with that?
Anyway, what I want you guys to do, if you don't know the arguments for and against sweatshops, check them out. It's an ongoing debate. There's all pros and cons, all kinds of historical examples of how it works and how it doesn't. So it's not a cut and dry case. And if you're interested in studying this, I do recommend studying economics in university. And it's a whole thing about the development of a country and a society and how you produce wealth. And how that comes about. So it's not the simple cut and dry.
You've got Well, you look at the Industrial Revolution in the UK, about how it first started, and you looked at how bad it was. But because it was that bad, things changed. Laws were brought in. You know, things got better, and a lot of the foundations of what we take for granted today were started because of how bad it was to begin with. So, yeah, you've got to start off shitty and to get better. So, anyhow.
A second example of exploitation are sweatshops. Sweatshop workers are often subject to the absence of a living wage or long hours, poor working conditions.
Okay, a living wage in what country? Okay.
I wanted to point out the poor phrasing of that. He often subject to low or non-living wages or long hours.
Mm-hmm. Long hours can happen for anything.
Like phrasing.
Every comment you can make about the exploitation of children or women, you can make an equal one about helping them out of poverty, reducing the risk of getting pregnant early on because they have a job to go to. There's all sorts of other things you could talk about why having a job is one of the best things you can do for the development of a young mind or a young life. And if this is all there is, it's better than not having it. So,
yeah.
And to be clear, before somebody clips that, he's saying if that is all there is, like there is no other work other than just slaving away in a field. And like you were starting at the bare minimum. Hey, we just started this country like 5 years ago. Let's.
Yeah.
Like you need to work your way up from shit to not shit.
Right. So I'm really concerned with this argument because he's talking about a living wage, and a living wage in a third world country is not even a thing. That's not even an argument.
No.
They don't care about. They care about eating. Period. So they're doing this to survive.
I sure hope I get food today.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
paying for shoes.
Mark, in the you're still part of the EU. Do we even have a minimum wage set up yet in most EU countries?
Brazil? Yes, in Brazil we have a minimum wage.
Because I know one thing that always separated the UK was the fact that we actually had a minimum wage actual set out in law.
30 years ago.
Way before
Europe.
Living
wages here in Brazil. I think we just have minimum wage. I didn't even know living wage was a thing.
Yeah, but minimum wages is something that's only really happened in very advanced capitalist nation. So, yeah.
Yeah, we also have minimum wage,
shoes.
but
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
It doesn't like really matter in this point.
Yeah.
In a third world country where shit like this happens, you don't buy shoes. You make them out of like spare tires that you found on the side of a road.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you wear football shirts from England.
Yeah, because they just ended up in a landfill in your country.
Second-hand shirts from England.
That's an example of a third world country where you don't buy shoes, you make them from a fucking tire.
Yeah.
Such as health safety hazards. In arbitrary disciplines, such
Okay.
as verbal or physical abuse or fear and intimidation when they speak out or organize a union.
Yeah.
A third version of exploitation is sex trafficking.
Whoa.
Both women and children.
Oh, wow, okay.
Sex trafficking.
That's a crime, okay?
It's a crime.
So,
no matter the country.
By the way, I had to boost the volume with the little extension up to 480% to be able to get it to a reasonable volume.
You must really like those
I just
pizzicattas
want to point that out.
punching your brain. Beep, beep,
Like
beep, beep,
the
beep.
second anything else plays, I'm going to lose my hearing.
Like, this music is fucking annoying.
It's very annoying. And
But
it also
it's
doesn't
so
match
much
the
louder
tone
than
of
the
the
guy.
video.
And it doesn't help that the guy has no enthusiasm in his voice. Like it's just
This
overall, overall a very poor video.
Sexual exploitation.
That it is the only economically viable option. The trafficking of women and children for sexual exploitation results in a negative impact on the health and well-being of victims, which could have long.
Yeah, that's why we made it a crime.
Crime, yeah.
The powerless are dominated by the ruling class and are
Okay, what is this fucking
lady.
voiceover?
The
What is
powerless are dominated by the ruling class. What does that sound like to you guys?
Every normal country in the world.
As it turns out, rich people run shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but what happens when rich people? What happens when rich people don't run things? The people who end up in power become rich.
Oh
And
my
the circle
god!
keeps going and going.
Yeah,
It's almost like humans are inherently tribalistic and go for rank systems because that's how
like a
human
hierarchy.
brains
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, but
For as long as
poor
human
people in
civilization
charge.
has existed, there have been rulers and kings and people in power over the peasants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying that's now whether or not that is necessarily a good thing or a morally acceptable thing is an interesting debate, given that's how humans developed.
I think it's perfectly moral. I think we should gloriously accept.
We should go back to the tribes.
I just don't think women should be in charge. That's all I'm saying. I'm a traditional human.
I think if we just went back to a pre-1776 world, perfectly fine.
Shut the fuck.
So we want a second British Empire.
Well, you know.
No, he just wants to go back to the first one.
Yeah, we'll go back
The
to the
first one was not the real British Empire.
It was good enough. We could work.
It was good enough. We owned enough of the world to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
But was it English enough?
Yeah, it was fine.
Are situated to orders and rarely have the right to give them.
Yeah, that's how. That's how it works. Someone gives.
It works.
Yeah, so
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Your manager told you to flip them burgers faster.
Hold on, Hawk. Don't reduce his argument. So, what I'm gonna say is that is how humans work. Is that you have leaders and you have followers. Typically, not everybody is going to be as domineering or submissive. It varies from person to person, but that's going to be typically how humans operate. Either you're going to have listeners and followers, or you're going to have leaders
and doers.
The other thing I think this video,
and that's not bad. That's not a bad thing, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This theory
that means that you have a functional society.
Didn't use the wording very well, because I think he meant tyranny, not powerlessness. Because you can be powerless in every normal democracy.
Yes, I agree with Matthias there.
Yeah, what we should say is
It's no secret that in professional labor, men hold the majority. This makes it harder for women to advance.
Oh my!
due to their
Okay, so we've just crossed over.
No. We can.
No. Have you?
Or maybe, just fucking maybe, there's not as many women in the workforce as there are men. Just fucking maybe.
I'm just gonna say, worked in government for 5.5 years. The opposite I was in had three blokes.
Also
had 3 blokes in it.
Sometimes
compared to 20 women.
Okay.
Just fucking maybe. Maybe there's a lot more women just staying home with kids.
My manager and then my line manager were both women. The people above them were women.
That's
in the government.
anecdotal.
In fact, every person in the government office.
I wouldn't use that argument. That's very.
He was a head of department. Hold on. I'm talking about a government department here, as in like my actual council. Only 2 heads of department were male. All the rest were female.
Well, that's just racist.
In fact, the vast majority of the 2,000 people who make up my county's council are female. So it's a bit like there's plenty of opportunities.
It really depends on the sector, the industry. If it's owned by a private corporation, what are the standards for people to work there? Do they even care about these things? They just get the best person for the job. Yeah. So this is a really weak argument. We've heard this lots of times before, and
you'll find that in private. Okay, that might be in private sector, but in public sector, the vast majority of non-manual labor jobs are held by women.
Look at the whole nurse. There's a big thing about nurses the past year, and they've been mostly women. Mm-hmm. Yes, there's been lots of men as well because they needed a lot more, so a lot of people applied for jobs here and there. But it's still been the majority are women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They are not as often given the opportunity to exert power and be highly ranked. Since having a college education is usually required in professional settings, someone who lacks this privilege may feel powerless to advance in the workplace.
No,
not at all. Not at all.
Powerlessness refers to when societies or people in the workplace often don't participate in making decisions that affect the conditions of their lives. In other words, they are literally powerless.
What? Wait, what? How are they literally powerless?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, like this is like very specific, like to the job itself, because there are like many white collar jobs, like program, for example, like that's my profession. Like the interview is kind of like they don't give a fuck about your education. They just like gonna ask you like a specific like technical question, like can you do this? Like can you explain this? At those things, and if you can't, then then you don't get in. But like either you get an education for that or not. Like you have the degree, like it doesn't matter. Like they just gonna be very specific with you. Can you do it or not? That's it.
Yeah. The vast in the UK, the vast majority of certificates and awards you get when you finish school, they mean nothing after 5 years.
Yeah.
And considering the fact you leave school before you go to higher education at 16, by the age of 21, everything that you've gained in school means nothing.
Yes, exactly. Like
so at 21, so all that I gained at school doesn't matter. All my A's and B's and all that means nothing. So that was just there's nothing. So now they start looking at your actual work history, as in like where you've worked, what experience you've got.
That's the first thing that they look at. Yeah. Like that's like how many years have you spent in this environment, and like how did you perform? What was your biggest project and such things? How would you handle this situation? That's like the first questions that they will ask you. They don't give a crap what you have done at school. But
to be honest with you, we don't even give a shit what you did at university either. They really don't care. They want to know how. They want to know have you ever had a job before, and if you can hold it down, because we do not want people to slack off and leave.
This is like an urban legend that like you have this. You spend like how many X years at school, so that means that you can like do this thing now. Maybe like 50 years ago that was a thing, or some other time. But it really depends on like which environment you have done your work.
Yeah, exactly. I've been working since I was 16 until COVID started.
Same, 17. Yeah.
So there's been like so I've had, as well as I did go to college, but they didn't pay attention to what I did in college because like, don't worry about it. We'll just set you up as an apprentice and you can get all your skills here.
Exactly.
So they didn't really care about what my education was. They were training me on the job. So.
Okay, I'm back. Hello. What'd I miss?
We were discussing like how much education doesn't matter for getting the job. It's more like about like your work experience and like what can you do.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Well,
Marginalization is the act of relegating a group of people to a lower social standing or outer limit or edge of society. Overall, it is a process of exclusion.
I don't know. Okay, so I don't know what a social standing refers to. Does that mean like I don't like this guy, he's beneath me, or?
So you can refer to like lower class, upper class, middle class, such and such. You can have like peasants, lords, ladies, landowners.
Yeah, but that's just who you associate with. It's not anything to do with.
Saying he needs a criteria.
Social standing could be many things in whatever context it is. If it's like, oh, he doesn't talk with all the cool kids at school, or he eats his lunch by himself at work, or whatever. It's like, okay, that's his choice. He's not very socially attractive. He doesn't hang out with people a lot. He doesn't go out with them a lot. It can be many things.
Oh,
okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
What's the outer limit?
It's not really oppression. You could,
Like these terms are very like the edge of society. What does that mean? They're like outside the metropolis, and they're part of the.
Didn't I read the definitions earlier, Smud?
Did you?
Yeah, when I looked them up, I read the definition.
did, yeah.
Was this the definition?
Pulling this stuff out of his ass, I think.
Was this the definition? Because this is very hard to interpret.
Yeah.
This wasn't the definition that I found earlier. I can pull it back up if you want.
It's just like, what is this even? Like, how do you even do any of these things? How do I push you out to the edge of society?
It's one example you can look at here in America is the hood. So typically, it's pretty hard to get out of the hood, and once you're when you're born there, there's gangs that draw you further and further into that lifestyle. You're typically made, socially driven to dress a certain way, to look a certain way, have these tattoos so you fit in with this group and such and such and such. And then when you try to get out and you try to look for other job opportunities, you're typically looked at as a hoodlum or somebody that grew up in the hood and therefore undesirable. Now, that's not to say that's the case 100% of the time, because somebody's going to throw that person a bone, or maybe that guy or girl has a very specific skill set for the job that they're going for, and they just outclass everybody else. Those situations do happen. However, it's a huge social handicap to be born in the hood.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out why it's oppression.
How it's oppression? So I was having a conversation about this like a few weeks ago with some buddies of mine, but it's oppression in the sense that segregation ended 50 years ago in America, and we're still feeling the ramifications of it even today, to the point where in a lot of places,
Brazil,
hold on, let me finish. In a lot of places, segregation is still in effect. They just took the signs down, where that they don't have the whites only, the blacks only signs up anymore. That's the case for a lot of places there in America.
Here in Brazil, we have something similar, but it's only when you have tattoos, because it doesn't matter if you are white or black. If you have tattoos, it might be really hard to get a job.
Yeah, and that's the case here in America as well. If you have hand tattoos or neck tattoos, it's almost impossible to get a professional business job. It's almost impossible. It does happen, but it's very hard to do. And
that's because professionalism has a look to it.
Well, and there's a debate to have there about whether or not that is morally right, or whether that should be the case of, well, why are tattoos bad? There's a debate to be had there, but I don't think that's the point that this person's trying to make right now.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is either.
Just like a quick one, like, Zach, are you coming from a Zelda hood?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand you.
Like, you're coming from a gang that was really obsessed with Zelda games.
Yes.
That's why you have a tattoo. Oh.
Yep. Right. I grew up in the Kokiri gang.
All right.
Does everyone just talk and
Once
scream?
you become an adult, you're kicked the fuck out.
They scream and shout at you every time.
Yeah. So why do you get kicked out, Zach?
Because my fairy didn't want me anymore. Don't ask me about the fairy, by the way.
Hey, no.
Hey. No.
No, Zach, no!
Originals are people with system cannot or will not use. These include, but aren't limited to, blacks, Indians, and other racially marked groups, old people, and physically and mentally disabled.
I take issue. Hold on, I take issue with the examples you gave. You said blacks, Indians, and others.
I don't know why.
I also like the fact that the literally went straight onto the mentally ill.
What are those names? Polish and Irish men.
Just skip.
Indians and others.
So the third guy is old, and the one on the right
a mentally disabled.
Is mentally disabled.
Yeah. Mentally disabled. His only feature is he's ginger.
And he's just wearing blue. Like he's got a light blue shirt and jeans. Like, I would maybe switch up that style there, buddy.
No wonder people don't hire him.
He has no fashion sense. Also, he's orange. Fuck him.
But it's like this is oppression.
So,
like,
what is the others?
Well, this is a face of oppression, to be clear.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the two types of oppression.
All right.
Okay.
Which I don't necessarily disagree with. Marginalization does happen. However, I would give better examples other than blacks, Indians, and others. Others. Oh, yes, the others.
What is the others?
Like we
Bear in
play
mind,
Game of Thrones, those others,
anything.
the White Walkers.
Oh, you mean others? You know, like straight white males.
I mean, it could mean Irish people. You could have someone who doesn't hire Irishmen.
They should have had a picture of a potato.
Why would you hire Irish people anyway? Why would you hire Irish people anyway?
The Kokiri are the Bloods and the Hylians are the Crips. Go fuck yourself, Leo Figure. Get the fuck out of here. Oh god, that hurt my abs.
Wait, what?
It was on the chat.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know what Zach said because
the Kokiri are the Bloods and the Hylians.
Yes, no, I heard that. I want to know what you said after that.
That hurts my abs.
Hurt my what? Oh, abs. Okay.
Oh, you thought I said ass. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why.
Man, the British don't have good hearing, I guess.
What did you want to say, Smith?
I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay.
You okay there, Smud?
Yeah, this video is just strange.
I agree.
Yeah,
pretty shit.
What?
Oh, what?
What? There goes the Hispanics. So the Indians.
Okay.
They vanished from existence.
That was so fucking weird.
It's the universalization of a dominant group's culture and experiences. Experiencing
Hey, Hawk's idea there.
Yeah, I'm happy.
So, dominant groups project their own experiences as representative of society as a whole, while neglecting the experiences of other cultures. Is that cultural
I have a
imperialism?
question. Does Japan have cultural imperialism? Because they are everywhere in the world. We have a lot of weebs in every country.
Right, so I'm pulling up the definition of cultural imperialism here.
Oh
my god, Encyclopedia Britannica, eat my ass, get your ads off my screen. Cultural imperialism. And anthropology, sociology, and ethics, the imposition by one usually politically or economically dominant community of various aspects of its own culture onto another non-dominant community. So, forcing your culture onto others.
So Japan, in a certain way, but Japan is not a cultural imperialism.
Well, the example they give is an Arab McDonald's. Oh, sorry. It's a McDonald's restaurant in Morocco. Right.
This is a cultural imperialism. This is just business.
Yeah, that's more or less just business.
Also, if it's in your own country, would that be classed as a cultural imperialism? Because that is still a dominant group.
I don't know.
So again, it's what we just established is that it's forcing your culture onto others, and that's a lot of what the British Empire did.
Yes,
that's a lot of what the British Empire did back in the day. That's why English is spoken around the world.
Continue being wrong, Zach, but I'll hear you out.
Go ahead. What? Am I wrong?
Nothing, carry on.
No, am I wrong? Is that not why English is spoken around the world?
Not really. English is actually. I can't remember what the reasoning is because you have to remember in America, I think it was like they had a vote on what they were going to speak, which language they were.
No, America does not have an official language.
Really?
No, to start with. No,
America has no official language.
There was a vote. No, there was a vote on it. No, there was. There was.
No.
But aren't all of your documents are pretty much like in English?
I mean, it's generally accepted, but America
English
has no official language.
Okay.
I didn't say this was for the official language. I said they had a vote on what they were going to speak.
It's the same reason why they consider the greenback the reserve currency of the world. America has been a dominant powerhouse of culture and media and imports and exports. So,
and speaking English around the world only really started with the introduction of communication, better communication between countries.
Oh, air travel as well,
like
because the common language of air travel is English. If you're going to in the aviation community, you have to speak English, and you have to speak it very clearly.
Yeah,
and that's universal. That is around the world.
Yep.
So, all right, I take back
and a lot of business is done through America and Britain, which speak majority English. So
that's just because you're imperialist and you're bad.
Yeah.
All right then. Settled.
Of one's own rendered invisible through the normalization of a dominant group's lifestyle. Dominant groups.
I like how this white guy's like, "Hey," and the other guy's like, "No."
Well, they're not wrong.
All right.
They don't serve curry rice in the cafeteria. Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Smud, that was racist.
Yeah, that was incredible. Wow. I'm joking.
How's it feel to get fucking cancelled, Smud?
Yeah, but why do they always show just a white guy over I don't know why, but you can also whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, this is a bad video.
This is funny, actually. This is really funny, I find. I don't think when I go into work or when I have gone into work, I don't think, hey, you know what? There's not enough Indian people in here. I don't feel we're representative enough of the Indian culture.
That was actually something I was thinking about in the Army. Just I think a couple months ago, I was sitting in the hangar and we were having like a whole troop meeting, and I just looked around the troop and I went, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black guys in this entire troop out of 70 white people. And there were 2 women, 16 Hispanics, if I'm remembering correctly. And that was really it.
So you're saying that there should be less white people in the army?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, just take all the white people out of the army. I don't give a fuck. I'm not in it anymore.
Yeah.
It was just something interesting. Whereas a social justice warrior would look at that and go, "Wow, there's not a whole lot of representation in this, like in this unit or in this troop."
I do remember.
Whereas me, I'm like, I wonder why that's the case. Though.
Yeah.
I was wondering why that was the case, and usually I would say, good old Southern boys are going to be the ones that largely join the military. You talk to anybody in the army, and you ask them where they're from, you're going to hear 3 states more often than not: California, Texas, Florida.
California?
Yeah,
Really?
there's a million fucking people from California. There's an insane amount of people from California. But largely, you're going to hear Florida and Texas, and then California, and then the rest follow after that. It's very sporadic.
So Florida man and Rangers protect the United States.
Yeah.
Would you have anyone else?
Makes up the majority of the U.S. Army Rangers.
Would you have anyone else?
Fuck no. No, I would not.
Florida man is perfect to protect the United States.
Like go to the Ranger School, Florida man. You're gonna knock it out of the fucking park. Yeah. You have 2 of the most southern states in the U.S. and typically they're very patriotic, and then you have California. Well, I don't really know why.
We in California, it's its own thing.
Well, California is more or less a shit show. Yeah, you're gonna have a whole lot of white people joining the military just because good old Southern boys. That's just kind of the like what happens socially. And
I remember
you look at our media, such as Saving Private Ryan, Pearl Harbor, The Hurt Locker, white protagonists every time.
Well, yeah, because
I mean,
like
I'm not
whites
shocked
were
it
dominant, very
because-
dominant back then, even more.
Yeah.
Now, like I still don't know.
What
Like
do you-
I
what do
guess
you
like there's
expect?
more white people in America still than any other.
What do you
Yeah,
expect on a white majority country? You're gonna see a lot of white people in the army.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I that's just like what I was theorizing. I don't exactly know why there's more white people in my unit than there
there's
were.
might be a lot of reasons for certain individuals to not join the army.
Right, and I was just
But in their
curious about
surface
that, and I'm
level is
wondering why
this-
that is. Whereas the social justice warrior is going to look at that and go, "Wow, there's very little representation here. The army's really racist." Like, yeah,
I mean,
all right,
you
well,
can
that's
do
very
the UK route and cripple the army because they cripple their army there.
If only they would
that true?
understand that your skin color doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, it is.
Like the a whole.
nobody
that's
gives a
my-
fuck
yeah.
what your skin color is in the army. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, it has to work
Yeah,
as one unit.
that's
Like
true.
it doesn't have to have these differences.
No, here in Brazil,
Where we
too-
mostly take issue, and everybody kind of agrees on this, in the military, because again, I've said this before, I've never seen a female actually carry her full kit and a rucksack and a 35-pound rucksack and actually go through a full ruck march and make it. Never. 6 years in the army, still never seen it. So I'm just like, wonder why that is. Maybe
Wonder why.
women and men are built different. I don't know.
I do
Tell
recall-
that to Abby.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I do that. I do recall. We have a York University here in Toronto, and they have a world-renowned business school called Schulich. And the whole university, not just Schulich, but we all respect the Jewish holidays. And the only reason we know why, is all the Jews go to the Schulich School of Business, and you can tell them on the campus because they're all wearing suits, they're all wearing business attire. So for whatever reason, we know who butters our bread. It's the people who spend money to go to Schulich. And that's why we respect the calendars for them specifically. I don't remember the Chinese New Year's. I don't remember the Indian New Year's. I don't remember any of those, just the Jewish. So, wherever the money goes, that's where they bend the knee, I guess. That's where they make the rules.
Yeah, here in Brazil, we don't have a Chinese years or Indian years, not even Jewish year.
I know, very specific to that university. So it's great for the rest of the university who like having days off because kids love getting days off when they're first year or second year. But it's just odd to have that freedom or at least follow those sorts of rules just because. And no one else knew that until you find out, after 3 months, why are we having a holiday today? Oh, Yom Kippur. Okay, cool.
I mean, for me, in the university, more holidays is the better.
I know. But the problem with York U is everyone goes on strike every 3 months, so all the teachers' assistants demand more cash.
I like the one comment you got for that, Smud, by the way.
Oy vey, yeah.
Oy vey.
Let's go. Let's continue.
Project their own experience as representative of society as a whole while neglecting the experiences of other cultures.
Oh, wait. Effects of cultural imperialism. Dominated groups are inferiorized.
What the hell is that?
Stereotyped.
Is that a word?
I don't know if inferiorized is even a word. We're going to look that up.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
I'm looking it up.
It's a transitive verb. Oh my god.
Inferior.
My English is not even great. I think
it's not a word. It's not a word.
It's a present participle is inferiorizing. Oh my god.
Inferiorized.
It's inferior, isn't it?
Inferiorize is an Urban Dictionary word. Inferiorized Wiktionary?
If it's transitive, you should usually forget about it, so don't worry.
So it's not even an official word.
No, it's not.
Also, I just want to say that they've mentioned stereotyped and labelled the other, just like they labelled blacks, Indians, and others.
it's another
So,
ginger.
wait,
It's
wait.
another ginger person too.
Perfect.
Oh my fucking
Here
god.
in Brazil, all the British are the other.
Also,
Yeah,
all the
pretty
comments
much.
on his video, this dude's video, are just, can you please get rid of the fucking background music?
Oh yeah, it would be good.
Oh boy.
Culturally dominated groups undergo paradoxical oppression. At the same time that they are
The
rendered
paradox of oppression?
Wait, is that what he just said?
Did he say that? Let me rewind that.
Yeah, do it.
at the same time that they are rendered invisible.
It's all right.
There.
Culturally dominated groups undergo paradoxical oppression.
A paradox of oppression.
Paradoxical oppression.
What?
Odd wording.
A paradox of oppression.
I thought you said paradoxical oppression.
All right, again, I'm just gonna Google that. So we'll do paradox.
No, that's not a thing.
Of oppression.
That's not a thing.
What in the goddamn?
There's nothing. Paradox of repression. Paradox of normal power or oppression. Paradox of a democracy choosing oppression through through elections. What? Oppression and power. Okay, yeah. So paradox of oppression. I don't quite know
think this is the
what
first
the fuck
time
that means.
we listened someone saying that.
Wording. This is why redrafts are important.
Well, it would be helped to have a voice that you could hear over the music. So
This is
yeah,
why
this is also
you
why it's
have
important to make a
editors
good
too.
fucking video.
created using Powtoon. Thank you. Yeah.
At the same time that they are rendered invisible, they are also marked out by
Also,
stereotypes.
his mic
These
is
stereotypes
really
permeate
bad.
society to the point that they are considered facts and universal truths.
Okay, so he's talking about stereotypes here. Yeah, I agree. Stereotypes bad.
Unless it is against the French. Because
Well,
the
fuck
French
the
aren't
French.
human.
The French have funky cheese. Therefore, I marginalize them.
Cheese and white flags.
White flags.
I can understand, like, okay. Like,
We established that on the Soul video that French aren't even a human race.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What are you doing to those sheep, Mr. Frenchman? I am churning cheese. Like, what? Cheese is not that soft. What are you doing? Oh, it's very good. It's camembert. Yeah, very good. Oh, no.
I just remember the Russian
will
battle
say,
video where he's playing totally accurate battle, totally accurate battlegrounds. It's just like winds up as in the last circle with a Frenchman. That's one less loose end.
Oh, I'll tell you something now. I've actually just stopped watching this video because it's just fucking shit. I'm reading on the Discord discussion how angry people are with me, and I'm just laughing my head off. Oh, Hawk doesn't get this. Hawk doesn't understand it. No, I didn't understand it.
I was.
Hawk doesn't do this with Mortal Kombat. It's like, yeah, you
I
don't
agree.
start-
Hawk
you
is a
don't-
dumb Brit, but
Dude.
Can I just say the minute you
kind of wrong on that video.
not at all. It's more the fact that once people started complaining and moaning, I'm gonna play along with the joke, and I'm just
Bear.
gonna carry on.
Hey, you might want to read the chat one more time.
I've just got to scroll down because I'm just getting through with your mum gay. Okay, cool.
Your mum gay.
All right, let's go.
That's one of
Conflict
them.
and cultural imperialism are defined by an outside network of dominant meanings that they have no control over. Examples of cultural imperialism.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, this happened. Not gonna deny it.
I don't think I define Native American people by a bunch of things that happened 100 years ago or 200 years ago.
I mean, today I don't think they are oppressed, but Yeah, during the 1800s and the night. Yeah, it happened.
I don't know enough about the Native American struggle in the United States to be able to comment.
Imperialism includes assimilation of Native Americans into American culture.
Okay, this is
McDonald's?
McDonald's is just business. Okay.
Native American McDonald's.
I was making fun of that earlier on the fucking encyclopedia website that their example of imperialism was a McDonald's in Morocco.
Dude, no, this is just business. Just
What's wrong with spreading franchises to other countries who then take those franchises and make them... You know what a franchise is? It's any person who wants to own a business. They say, hey, I want to work for McDonald's, but I'd rather do it my own way. And they say, great. And they talk to their managers, the people in charge of like that district area, say, what can we put on the menu? What can we do? And there's very specific meals per country, per district, that you would never get in other McDonald's in America. So if you go to Japan or China, you're going to get a totally different menu. Like you're going to get the standard hamburger, but you will get things and flavors that you never thought of, like milkshakes that come out of different fruits and vegetables you never thought of combinations. So it's not like
the Australians apparently do cultural imperialism because they have the Outback.
The Outback, the Outback Steakhouse, yeah. It's going to be. You're not going to sell American crap to Chinese. You're going to sell Chinese crap to Chinese. So it's going to work with the culture. You can't just shove hamburgers down everyone's throat and ketchup and fries all the time. They have their own taste. They have their own produce. They have their own hills that grow their own vegetables. So they're going to like the flavors they want. So you can't just sell a thing because it's American.
That happens with the restaurants and like even like.
Zach, are you singing?
Zach, what the hell is that?
But yeah,
it's a Big Mac rap. You never heard that?
I couldn't even hear what you were saying.
No, I didn't.
All right.
But yeah, I need a double cheeseburger and hold the lettuce. Don't be frontin', son. No seeds on the bun. We be up in this drive-through. Order for two. I got a craving for a number 9. Like my shoe. We need some chicken up in here. In this shizzle for rizzle. My nizzle. Extra salt on the frizzle. Dr. Pepper, my brother. Another for your mother. Double, super size. And don't forget the fries.
So you worked at McDonald's?
Mm-hmm. Most likely.
I haven't watched that video since like 2007, and I can still remember it.
Oh boy. Anyway, interesting take on cultural imperialism by using franchises.
Yeah, this is a bad video.
Colonization.
Surprise.
The spread of American culture through globalization.
Violence is an operation
Now we
by
talk
the
about
members of
violence.
some groups with the knowledge that
Oh god.
What was that?
What? No. This did not just get worse. Hold on. No. Hold on.
Hang on. Let's have a look. Yeah, I have to read
There's
Shineying.
colonization of India and the spread of American culture through globalization.
violence is an operation that the members of some groups with the knowledge that
Oh God!
talking?
Get roars.
My God.
Is that some Indian guy talking?
I didn't understand anything he said.
It's a very soft voice.
I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
It was static noise?
I cannot believe we're hearing the first video recorded through a can of soup.
Yeah, I know. I just wow.
That's weird. And my mic is bad.
Oh my God!
I thought one of you guys were making noise and Zach was
out.
making noise in the background. I was like, what is that sound?
I'm out. I'm done. I can't. This.
Oh, hey, Dunn.
We've gone into meme bad. Like this isn't even like
you can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't.
It's such a meme now that he's just talking through a can of soup.
Honestly, it's still better than that Mortal Kombat video. I'll give him that.
Okay, so you're objectively
No,
wrong
you
because
just
we
want
could
to-
understand what was being said in the Mortal Kombat video.
Yeah,
But
No,
objectively, I
Hawk
just wanted to
just
say it to
want
annoy someone.
I just want to annoy people.
Yeah.
All right,
Hawk is a
let's
great-
try listening to this.
Yeah? Yeah, let's just finish this off. This. Jesus fucking Christ.
People use violence because they want to show their power. In order to force them to obey their orders. Violence is
What?
a common operation in movies, stories, and new societies.
Oh,
what is this? The ginger's beating up the black kid. Oh no!
Yeah, but here's the thing. I can't understand a word this person is.
At least
saying.
there's subtitles.
dude.
Yeah.
How do you... Who is this person? I want them to feel shame for uploading this. I want this person to feel
It's spelled
Andrea
in-
Meincke.
He seems like a German.
Dude, Andrea, I want you to understand you've made a terrible video. Nobody can understand what the fuck you're saying.
Look at this.
And
this is the comments are amazing. British culture, forced or not, was superior.
listen, Andrea,
Yeah,
you've
true.
made a very poor video, and you just need to do better. Like, just you need to actually listen to your videos, and if it sounds shit, don't just fucking send it.
Yeah, don't know, Zach. He seems
Don't
like
just
a
fucking
German.
send it, bud. All right, you can't just fucking send it. Andrea has 30 subscribers.
He said he have more than me.
Latest video has 9 views.
Smud. This might be the first video that I have covered with you on the Smudcast where I have more subscribers than the person we're covering.
Well, it has almost 40,000 views, so
I'm almost
30,000.
30,000.
Sorry, 30,000.
Yeah, 26 more views and we get 30,000 views. So,
So
Andrea, you may have
This
more
what
views
you
than me,
get
but
a-
I have more subscribers than
Yes,
you.
sir.
Get fucked.
Next time you use
this is
clip
what
art
you get
to
at
showcase
Council
violence,
views.
don't do that. Don't have the kid jumping up and down, and I don't know what the hell that's supposed to represent, but I guess you just beat up the black kid. I don't know. Just don't do that.
Yeah, I don't. This is very weird.
I
Tyler
don't know, I
Preston,
think
finally the gingers got their revenge. Yeah, I don't know.
The
What the hell's
ginger
going on?
guy won a match on Mortal Kombat.
All throughout the video, gingers are like, no, evil, marginalized, horrible. And then at the last one, yeah, I beat up the black kid. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Look at his face. He seems so happy.
Some higher grade students hurt and oppress lower grade students to establish their power and dominance. Yeah, welcome to grade school.
Yeah. Those numerous times I've seen those nerds beat up jocks. Honestly, yes.
What? You only got to say?
You fucking what?
What?
Time to push your face in the mud.
You fucking what, mate? You fucking stupid.
You stupid or what?
Oh, what day is it? Are you stupid? It's Tuesday, ain't it?
Yeah.
Dude.
Shiny what?
Take care when reading Tyler's Preston super chat.
I just saw it.
I saw it. I was giggling because it's really funny.
All right, this is almost over.
Mm-hmm.
Press other
It was. I was over with this video ages ago. You keep going through it.
I can't get over the fucking soup can.
By using their violence.
Dude,
This guy's not.
Anyway, that's the 5 faces of oppression. I'm glad I fucking nailed it, boys.
Exploitation, powerlessness, marginalization, cultural imperialism, and violence.
Created using
What?
All right.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
I'm out. Of that one.
He
That
actually
was
just
shit.
concluded that video like a high school essay and was like, "Yep, nailed it."
Honestly, I think it is in high school essay.
I'm gonna throw away my bingo card. That was a waste of time.
Video.
Yeah, that wasn't a real thing.
That would not surprise me if this was just like a grade school type deal and he just uploaded it.
That's why the guy was using a very, very bad mic.
He was literally using a soup can tied to a string.
It's interesting because they have 4 videos. The first video has 20 views. The second video is 535. The fifth one has 30. As the one we just watched is almost 30K, and the fourth one has 10 from a year ago.
Yeah, I'm the 10th view actually. I just checked it out.
Yeah, these are all things he uploaded to his channel just for school. It looks like.
Yeah.
Final pro. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Who found this video even?
I don't know.
How did you? Whoever voted for this, how did you find this?
Maybe he made it.
I think I know who found this. I think it's Morph Potem.
Yeah, this guy definitely is just. Yeah, this guy definitely just made this.
There's a lot of suggestions in Discord.
All right, so next time you vote on a video, check it out first before you.
So lesson learned on this Smudcast. When you vote,
this
attention.
Also, you're only allowed to watch things that you know intrinsically.
Shut the
in and
fuck
out.
up, Hawk. We're done. Stop.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you can do a little bit of research, but yeah, no.
You can do You don't have to do any research whatsoever.
Patching it through.
Stop.
All right. Let's close this up, folks. Friend Metaraki, thank you for the donation. Please, for the love of God, do not record your next video with Ringo Mendingo's shaft shoved down your beta throat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Fran. That's good advice.
That was harsh.
Good life. Good to know that. Thank you, Fran. Very, 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 very informative. All right.
I will, Smud. I will pay you a $5 super chat just so I can unhear that.
That was a donation. Those are the better ones I have to read. So, yeah. Fran's got a colorful mind.
Fran, you paid money to say that when it could have been free for you to just shut the fuck up.
Oh,
and not have to
hey. Let's be nice there.
I didn't.
Oh,
nice
Joe.
with the client, Zach.
Didn't see Joe there. Joe, so I didn't get most of that. Can't speak mumble. Yeah, that was just a mess. That was. Don't worry about Joe. You didn't learn anything. It's okay. So, yeah, don't use Powtoons, guys. Do it yourself. Make your own animations. Draw women properly, please.
Or at least just get the proper licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just also get the microphone that works.
Commission someone to do the animation.
Oh, fuck's sake, yeah. Oh, by the way.
Oh, and do second takes.
I commissioned a friend to make little animations of my avatar so that I can use them in videos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
The Shadow Man?
Yeah. I'll have him doing different little talking poses. I have one where he's throwing the book in rage.
Cool. Yeah,
Fran, I'm glad you loved it, Zach.
But best of all, most importantly, is to lower the damn volume of the music. Oh god.
Yeah, that
also redraft.
You think they had a script? I think they just read whatever they found on the internet randomly.
Yeah,
no, because Zach didn't find the definitions on the internet, so they made it out of their mind.
Yeah, I literally went and looked up the definitions, and this guy was just pulling shit out of his ass.
They probably used Bing. of all places.
Oh yeah, well I use DuckDuckGo.
Same here.
Yo, me too.
Whack.
Also, I found out from a friend of mine that I've now decided to cut ties with. Because I use DuckDuckGo, that means I'm alt-right.
What?
Wait.
I'm not kidding. Actual thing that was said to me.
But you're kind of left.
I know.
I mean, you are moderate left.
I know. But because I use DuckDuckGo, and Nazis use DuckDuckGo...
Because you don't like to sell your information, that means you're a Nazi.
Actual thing that was said
Hitler
to me.
was a vegan.
I don't talk to that person
means
anymore.
all the vegans are.
I fucking hate the left. God damn it, dude.
All right, guys, let's not go crazy with our personal anecdotes about other things. But thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, I got a super chat from Hussars V. Sorry about that. Carlos Maza is a lispy chud. I have no idea. I haven't heard him in years. So.
Carlos Maza is a
Carlos?
lispy chud.
Carlos Maza.
Carlos was the
Isn't
guy.
this guy vanish out of the internet memory?
He was attacking Steven Crowder, I think, all the time, and that's what caused...
years ago.
Yeah, and after that, he kind of got
Who's
away,
Steven Crowder?
and everybody...
A Canadian.
A Canadian living in
Canadian.
America.
Voice the cartoon character.
A few of them, yeah.
Hey, fuck you, bud.
So, thank you for tuning in. That was a really... I knew it was going to be bad. That was just two big, silly, dumb videos, and...
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the first one was not so dumb.
Fucking retarded.
Okay, it wasn't that bad, but...
Today is the day I actually kill Hawk.
Today
It'll be
is the
fine.
day
You-
the
you're-
chat
you're-
will always
you're-
blame Hawk.
But Joe Crazy just...
Ah.
Joe Crazy, what are you doing? Adolf loved dogs, therefore... Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
How
hi,
it
doggy.
goes. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Keep the suggestions coming. I try to add them every other week because I want to get the old ones out of there, but they just keep circulating, and something's going to be there forever and ever. We're never going to get to them, but I'll...
Here's a hint. Don't
Message coming
suggest a video that you're going to get salty at that people might not agree with.
Hey, that works for you, Hawk.
Yeah,
Just
maybe
me.
don't talk about
Why?
videos that you don't know shit about, Hawk.
I can talk about whatever the fuck I like. To be honest with you.
No,
Okay,
you can't.
so talk about
Yeah,
turtles
I can.
right now.
No, you
Turtles.
can't
They
talk
go
about
with this
things that you want. You're a dumb Brit. You're an imperialist and a racist.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
I'm trying to figure out the lie. No, all I'm saying is, if I know a lot about the LGBT community and or stuff in that. Okay, how does Mortal Kombat nail it? Okay, I'm not going to explain it. Well, you're not explaining it. Duh, you just don't understand the video. Oh, okay.
Be honest here. This will be a meme right now. Will be the maximum meme.
Oh, I couldn't.
I'm pretty sure, guys. I'm pretty sure Smud's trying to wrap up.
Yeah, but I just couldn't.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the suggestions channel of the Discord. And if you want to vote on the next video we cover, come on down to the section part that has to do with voting. And there's about 7 channels there. You can vote on whatever you like. And that's how it goes. So thank you for keeping us company. Have yourself a great evening. And we'll talk to you soon. Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye-bye.